Hey Stump, I haven't seen you use a Halloween Shanks in a while, man.
Yeah, what's
What's
happening,
wrong?
bro? What's happening, man?
Since Shanks came out, man, look, he
He's
just
also
got revised,
cerebral.
you know.
Yeah, but like you're the Halloween Shanks guy,
Ooh.
so like, what's
Yeah,
up?
exactly.
Yeah, so what's up?
How did I
Fortnite,
make more Halloween Shanks
How
videos
you
than you?
say?
Come on, dog.
Wrong. I used Halloween Shanks to beat the worst generation. What are you talking about?
Oh, you did
Like,
it.
yes, I did. Fuck off.
I hate Nitemare.
You didn't do
It's
double Shanks,
Yeah,
you
where's the
bitch.
double
Shit.
Shanks, nerd?
Bro, watch the video, mate.
I'm not watching your bullshit.
The disrespect.
Big one. Either watch the video or talk shit.
There's blown back, bro. That's crazy. And on that note, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Good Great Perfect Podcast, episode 56. I'm sure you guys heard in the intro there, but the boy Stump, aka Fuck Stump, is in the call.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck that guy. What's going on, Stumpingtons?
Oh, good homies.
Stump is here. You got the usual suspects. You got Sweatmare. You got Yamatoski, and you got Flamevious is coming at some point, but he's out.
Yeah, I was gonna ask because I joined the call. He wasn't here. What the hell is that, man?
He's still getting his balls licked at his dinner date, so I don't know what's going on his behalf. But we'll see what's cracking there. PSA: there is still 2 more weeks for you to submit your nominations for the OPTC Award Show 2021. This is gonna be the forefront of the episode this fortnight. So make sure if you haven't done so yet, go to the description, click the link, or click the I button right now. Go to the Google form, fill out your nominations, because voting will be starting within the next week or 2. So make sure you get your nominations in, and then, voting will happen, and we'll finally see, the award recipients of OPTC 2021. And there might be a little special award show happening at the same time too. Maybe it's live, I don't know, we'll see, but I'm not going to spoil too much there. But without further ado, gentlemen, let's just jump right into JP with the release of V2 Crockingtons. Finally.
Oh yeah, that dude's. I mean, look, we were all expecting, a new legend was gonna be coming, and yeah, Crocodile, and a lot of people were like, okay, it could be Legend Crocodile, super cerebral class, and yeah, that's exactly
bang
what
on. Exactly what everyone predicted, pretty much. Cerebral class was kind of the assumption for the most part, because of all the Pirate Rumble stuff. So, and it kind of made sense for them to chuck Croc in because of all the versus Luffy campaign for 7.5 Annie. But we're here, TM Legend Croc as well, mind you. Gotta remember we have that caveat there. He's a TM exclusive legend. So
yeah, I hate the fact that he's TM
not
exclusive.
that good in that behalf. But the legend is out and about, and let's have a read of his kit. A lot of units released in that kind of spur of the matter, though. You had Croc, you had a Luchin and Enel, you had a Moria, and then you also had a... what's his name? Wiper, that's it.
Oh, yeah, the wiper.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Legend Croc. He is a free spirit... I was going to say free spirit, what the fuck? A cerebral-driven superclass type unit. His captain ability, -1 cooldown at the start of the adventure, and cerebral characters 5x, non-cerebral characters 3.75, HP by 1.3. On the first turn of each stage, when your HP is 70% or more, do a 10% HP cut to all enemies. If HP is 70% or more at the start of the turn, when a character attacks an enemy with type advantage, then that character will get a matching orb on the following turn. When HP is 50% or less at the start of the turn, then recover 2000 HP at the end of the turn and reduce incoming damage by 20%. His special is -1 cooldown to cerebral characters. For 1 turn, boost the attack of cerebral characters by 2.5 when HP is 50% or less, or when his special counter is 1, then for 3 turns, your chain boundary goes from 3 to 40, so 3 base and up to 40. Otherwise, for 2 turns, your chain boundary is 2.5 minimum to 35 max. Superclass, he attaches to basically all the Baroque Works pirates and Luffy and Vivi. And And his super class ability is 10% HP cut to all enemies. Changes empty block bomb recovery G orbs to matching. HP limit of your own captain will be ignored. Change own special counter to 1. Super type for cerebral classes. And keep in mind, since it's a new mechanic, super class is a 1.2 times stat boost. Sorry.
That's a mouthful.
It's a lot to consume. But, all right, let's break this down.
Probably should have just gone one by one through
Probably
each part. But yeah.
I didn't realize I was reading my goddamn final essay for the year. But, but okay, captain ability. All right, 5x cerebral, 3.75 otherwise, 1.3 HP, 70% or more HP, 10% HP cut. If you have 70% or more HP and you hit with advantageous unit, you get a matching orb. 50% HP or less, you get 2k heal and 20% damage reduction. What do you guys feel about his captain ability?
Go Stump. What you think?
Yeah.
If the 3.75 was higher, it's pretty close to perfect, to be honest. The hitting with the matching and getting the matching orbs, this is a nice little cherry on top.
Mm-hmm.
But that 2k heal and the 20% damage reduction when you're below 50%, or if you use your super class or you have your special triggered once, it's so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
It's stupidly ridiculous. And because he's cerebral, you have access to V Rebecca, V2 Shirahoshi Mancho, and the amount of healing you can get end of turn, on top of using something like the Liberal Mind, it's mind-boggling. And then 20% damage reduction too. It's wild. It's wild what the man can do. Wild.
I agree. I agree. I think we mentioned a little bit in the previous episode that we were complaining about the captain abilities being one class and then being Rainbow at 3.75, right? And I think we mentioned in that episode saying that it has to kind of be the case because it's a new iteration of a different kind of unit. So the super types themselves kind of start out the same way. If you look at Snake Man, Sabo, Doflamingo, and Blackbeard, they all kind of started out akin to that kind of fashion. So hopefully they pick up the pace in a sense of, instead of it every single class getting a super class unit that is boost their class than 3.75 otherwise, and they start to iterate on that a little quicker. I feel super classes are just going to become the best kind of unit in the game. But on Croc's captain ability alone, I think it is just a very solid, strong captain ability. I think there's a lot of versatility in his captain ability too. I mean, cooldown is always good. 5x is great. Cerebral already is a fantastic class. 10% HP cut is awesome. And then, I mean, I feel for the most part, you're going to be sticking around that 70% HP level until probably the final stage or something like that. So having the option to pretty much get matching orbs quite frequently is pretty positive. But then obviously you have that inbuilt and added benefit of below 50% you get the heal and you get damage reduction as well.
Yeah, it's super annoying the way that they've structured these units, because it feels like these units should have really come out before they started doing color and 2 classes 5x.
Yeah.
But when you look at everything that he does, he's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
I think captain ability alone, he's definitely better than Katakuri and Dofi that just came out. Despite the fact that Dofi has that inbuilt utility, which is pretty good. I actually like a lot what this Crocodile does. It's huge.
Yeah. I think his captain is very strong. And I think obviously you can't go past the 3.75 Rainbow. That does suck. And I mean that's kind of par for the course of the last 2 superclass units. But I think the fact that he has all this added more mechanics involved in his captain ability kind of makes it a little stronger in that kind of sense. Because you have the benefit of being I can be super offensive and get matching orbs, or if I have less HP, I can be a little bit more defensive and heal. So you have that in and out of the structure of his captain ability there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a very good balance of offense and defense in that kind of way. But I think we'll touch on it when we talk about his special. With the 3.75, even if it was 4 times, it would make a huge difference.
Yeah.
With their specials are still class centric.
Yeah.
Croc's a little bit better than say like Dofi and Katakuri because he has the chain boundary up. Like I said, we'll talk about that in a sec. But because the specials are so dedicated to that class, when you are team building, and because it's 3.75, like when I've been making teams with both Dofi and Croc, like I haven't even been like, unless the unit is so perfect for the content, I haven't even been looking outside their classes. Like, not even close.
Yeah, that makes. I mean, yeah, I feel like that's kind of what the super classes are forcing your hand to do per se. Is like you're either building a completely cerebral team, or you're building a completely driven team, or a complete powerhouse team, or you're combining both and getting that little bit of a stat boost from both super classes. But he's special. Yeah, sorry, I'll jump into special then. -1 cooldown cerebral again. He gets a 2.5 times attack boost to cerebral. If your HP is 50% or low, or your special counter is 1, then for 3 turns you get the chain boundary, which is the highest chain boundary in the game now. For 3 turns as well, which is kind of nutty. And then otherwise you get a 2-turn chain boundary, which is the regular 2.5 to 35.
Hell yeah.
His special is strong.
Oh, yeah, like a 3-time starting chain boundary and a 2.5 attack boost is redonkulous. Like, what?
3 turns well with that chain boundary.
And he's fucking driven, so 6-star Yamato wins again. Like,
oh yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? 6-star Yamato with the chain shenanigans, and then you get the highest chain boundary in the game with Croc. Like, it's a match made in heaven, you know what I mean? Like, it's a very strong, like, combination. Obviously, the super class, you don't benefit from it, but, like, you bring a friend Doflamingo, you bring you know, it's like, you know, the kind of shenanigans you can pull up with these units is kind of same. Plus, he has fucking hunger. I didn't even realize he has hunger as one of his
for some
potential abilities. It's kind of weird, but
he has pinch healing as well.
He has blue shield. What was the last meta legend that had blue had a shield?
Yeah, that was on too. But like, it kind of goes back into his defensive capabilities.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, right?
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Where hunger's offensive as well, like you get that sort of extra attack, and then you get the pinch healing when you're below 50% as well.
Yeah.
So like you can easily get back up into that sort of I don't know exactly what the threshold is, but you can get back up into that 70% like really nicely.
Yeah.
Just with a bunch of pinch healers.
It's kind of busted, but 2.5 times attack. I feel like that's kind of like stock standard now for these kinds of legends. I feel like that's kind of the norm when it comes to this kind of stuff here. Interestingly, the special counter. This is a pretty interesting mechanic that comes into play here.
Yeah, I was confused as hell when it first
came out. Yeah. So it seems that the way it works is that if you use the special once, it kind of like obviously it counts it. Or if you use the super class, it counts it. And then because of that, you don't need to be at the threshold. So essentially, you can kind of mitigate needing to be below 50% at any point, as long as you use his superclass or you use his special at least once. Which is insane. Like, think about it. Like, that's kind of broken.
The thing that threw me a little bit when I was first reading it, when I was streaming it and we're trying to like work it out, was the only thing that I can think that can kind of counter it was it would red Haki affect that?
Yeah, I was also wondering, like, when he's the captain and you use his super class, does that, and you get despaired, for example, does that stop the captain from getting the buffed thing after you remove the despair? Like, there's lots of questions around this unit.
So what do you mean by that though?
So like, you know, when you use his super class and it makes all of his effects of his captain ability activate. If you get despaired and then you remove the despair, does that reset that?
I totally forgot that it says HP limit of your own captain will be ignored. That's also really interesting there.
Yeah, so all the effects activate. It's crazy.
Oh, that's fucked. This guy's fucked. I didn't even process that. Croc's fucked. Like, Croc's really good then. Because, I mean, but again, that is a good shout that you've just mentioned. Like, how does despair
and Red Haki, as what Stump said, Red Haki, because that removes a lot of like random shit, so we don't know if this is gonna work here either.
It's a very, very good point. So,
but yeah,
that'll come hopefully with time and a little bit of research, and I guess we'll figure that kind of mechanic out, and hopefully we'll have some more information in the preceding episode. But he's super class, 10% HP cut. empty block, bomb, recovery, G orbs to matching. Like we mentioned, the HP limit of your own captain will be ignored, and he changes his special counter to 1. It's a very strong superclass ability.
The other thing about this unit that's kind of weird is that there's no like guaranteed way to get slots. You still have to rely on other ways.
Yeah.
Though you can run like a mono dex team against like mono quick content, and it's just absolutely GG. But this unit's still pretty strong despite that. And, if you get block orbs, you just use super type or super class, should I say? Full border slots.
I think his super class is good. 10% HP card's always gonna be nice. You changing like 5 of the annoying orbs into matching, which is good. Because I feel like a lot of the time you're going to be in a situation where you're going to have empty or block or recovery or G orbs. Or at least like not the like G orbs or whatever, but potentially like the first 4 there will pop up a lot more often in content, I suppose. Sure. I do think 2 really cool things that I hope that they start to introduce in the future is the HP limit being removed or being ignored is a really cool idea and a really cool mechanic. Because there's a lot of units that you want to run, but you don't want to risk being at low HP or they're kind of affected by being they only work well if they're at particular HP thresholds. So having that be factored in to units in the future could be really interesting. And forcing your special counter to be pushed to 1 kind of removes the entire need of that bottom half of his special, because not his special, but also his special, but mainly his captain ability, because the 50% or lower is only for I feel like that's a lot more niche situations there in the grand scheme of things. But I think a lot of the time you're going to be wanting to be above 70% HP because that's where the raw damage, or at least the bulk of the damage, is coming out.
Yeah. Unit still hits super hard.
He's binking, like he's doing bits is what it seems like.
Yeah, like in the off chance you do need to use some other units, you can, because he's still boosted by 3.75 at least, and also Stump's a bit earlier. Like the chain boundary is good for like all units. All units benefit from that. You're not restricted to certain classes.
You just start with that unit, right, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, exactly.
But just going back to what you said before, Todd, with the despair doesn't affect his the chain boundary. Like if you use his super class, and then you get despaired after that, you still keep the all captain ability active.
Okay, well that's
pretty good.
That's really cracked.
Yeah, so the despair doesn't affect it too much or at all. Massive. So I just went back to watch my Rev 2 video, and it's still getting 3,000 heal after the despair.
Hell yeah.
Interesting. All right, well that makes him a lot better. He was really, really good in himself. But
imagine if this dude could use Liberal Hind, or wait, he can?
He can,
yeah.
Because
it's Liberal Hind cerebral? Okay, yeah.
The added
slasher
attack
and free
boost,
spirit, but no, you're right.
The added attack boost is just from the side units.
Oh my
That's
god! Any legend that can use Liberal Hind is automatically broken.
Bro, on God, man.
Those you can use them too.
Yeah, true. Yep.
But then you also have the Zunisha with Croc as well.
Yeah.
Which is so you get those 2 matching orbs of recovery and tandem. Like you said before, getting the matching slots. I know you can get them guaranteed if you hit with color affinity, but it's not always the case. But that was the big downfall I found to him. It's just trying to get matching orbs naturally.
Yeah. Like the idea in his captain to have if you hit with an advantageous unit, you get a matching orb. I still think that's just nice whenever a captain has that function in it, it's always gonna be really good. But you have to be in the situation where you can hit your dex units to quick units, and a lot of the time that isn't necessarily going to be the case, because a lot of content kind of will revolve around 1 or 2 colors at most, potentially. Very rarely do we see content that kind of pushes out into constantly having variety of colors to tap on. So, and then again, you having the matching orb to move it to the next stage or whatever, I suppose, too. So, you have to keep all those kinds of factors in mind. But again, that's kind of the cherry on top, as Stump mentioned. But I do think that his overall kit is very strong. But his support ability. So, this support attaches to Robin and Mr. 1. It is, when the enemy inflicts you with chain coefficient reduction or chain multiplier limit, reduces 3 turns of both those debuffs, and for 1 turn, he does a chain boundary that starts at 2 with an upper limit of 10 as a fucking support. Jesus Christ.
So good.
Bro, chuck
Pretty
this,
crazy.
chuck this guy on the fucking Straw Hat Crew unit. Call it a day, son. Like,
See you later.
that's actually busted. Like, that's a very good support. Like, a really, really good support. It's a better cracker. It's a better cracker support.
It goes on VV2, right?
I think it's only written as Robin Mr. 1 here, but it might be different in the database or in game.
Yeah, I think it's Robin and Mr. 1. So
Okay.
Just Robin and Mr. 1? Okay, never mind.
His High Rumble stats are dick. I'll kick that to you real quick. he is on a 25 turn CT. So okay, not that bad. 5k fixed damage to one enemy. He heals 2500 to himself. Dex allies level 5 attack up, level 3 HP up, level 2 attack, and then he gets level 2 attack up to himself when healed, a maximum of 5 times. He is immune to paralysis and reduces 30% of incoming quick damage.
Okay.
Like I get the idea of his like kit. It's a matter of like you do 5k damage, you heal yourself 2500, and then you get the added attack boost to yourself, and then you keep that kind of rolling through and keep yourself healed up, so you keep doing 5k fix every time. But what makes no sense to me is that he has a fixed damage attack, but he boosts his own attack.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's been triggering me a lot recently. A lot of units have been having it, and it pisses me off.
So at what point does he benefit from boosting his attack up to, like, level 10?
Just his normal attacks, bro.
And that does fuck, like, I mean, towards the end of a match, maybe that can be the make or break, but for the most part, you want PvP, you want to step in there, you want to pop off 5 specials, and you want to, like, take out 4 units or 5 units if possible. You don't want to have this sustained fight. But I guess that is beneficial because Dex is generally a defensive team. So I could see him being a good asset for the Dex defensive team.
I wonder how good the defensive, just Dex teams in general are, you know, with like Rob Lucci and like Kizaru V2 and stuff.
I
like
feel
how
like
good they actually perform.
I feel like it'd be very strong in defense-wise. But I don't think attack-wise, I still think they're very much outclassed in a lot of realms. Just judging by units alone. Well,
it is Dex.
Shit! Look who's here.
We got the goober.
Flame pulled up, balls licked and everything. Anyway, all right. So, Croc out of 10. How are you vibing? Keep in mind, he's a TM. He's a TM legend too. Just keep that in mind.
Well, I like him more than Koala.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Easily the best treasure map legend that's come out. Like, it's not even a competition.
And you got to take PvP into account as well.
Yep.
Yeah, Stump, you're lying because Josie's not out yet.
Yo, shit, he's not wrong. Not wrong. Not wrong.
Last return when Josie comes out.
I'm giving him an 8.7.
Ooh, 0.7.
Yep.
I think it's about an 8.5 for me. I'd say it's about an 8.5.
Yeah.
If you disregard Pyro Rumble completely, for me, he's a 9. But like if you bring Pyro Rumble in, like 8.58.
That's what I'd say. I think because the Pyro Rumble really lets him down.
Massively.
Like. Not
Flame. Like he was Dex. He's Dex, so like he was already.
No, actually, it's so dumb. Why are they doing it? Why is he not cerebral boosting in PvP?
Yes, that's what I wanted to touch on. Like, why did they do this with Katakuri and Dofi being driven? Like, do you know how good Dofi would be if he was a strength booster? Like,
right, yeah.
That strength team
I think
would be
that's exactly
busted.
why. I think that's exactly why. If he boosted strength, it's over. They want to try to shift the meta, but I guess
But then why make Croc Dex?
I guess
then?
because
like,
he's considered he's a TM legend, so they don't really want to I guess they don't want to maybe push it through him, but I don't know. I'm just playing devil's advocate at this point. But nonetheless, Flamevious, Nightingtons, what do you give Croc out of 10?
I don't really remember too much of what Croc did, but from what I do remember, he's pretty good. I don't like some of the threshold shits. I don't like thresholds on any legends, and I still think that the 3.75 shit is ass.
Yeah.
But I know they're just doing that because it's the first batch,
Yep.
and they have to be fucking stupid with that.
He gets it.
So I'll give him like an 8.5.
Yeah. Night.
I give him like a 9.
Hey,
Personally.
Oh, yeah.
I see you, big dog.
Bro, you capping, bro. I know you don't like that first ROH slash and
Nah,
Robin.
he only likes it because of the unevolved art, because it's got Robin in it.
Bro,
No,
Robin's
bro, he
dying,
doesn't
No.
like it because of that. His
Robin's
girl's
dying.
getting bodied.
Something we didn't touch on though with Croc though, like you can run the what's the Whitebeard ship? I'm blanking now.
Oh, I
You
totally
can run the
forgot. There's so
Whitebeard
much
ship.
shit you can run with him. You can
You
run,
can run the Whitebeard ship, and then you get his superclass on turn 1, and then you just
Yep.
ignore all the threshold stuff, and you just get all his captain ability
Wait,
from turn 1.
you can fucking run like the Mr. One support. That
Yep.
shit is
Yeah.
busted. And he's
Yeah.
a chain boundary too. Oh, Poggy. Like,
start the chain.
That's why it's a 9, bro.
no, but you can't make him better because like with judging the unit itself, like, you know, just because that support is cracked, like that support in itself is
still, like,
way too good. Like
a free to play ship though. You start at 50%.
yeah, the
HP.
Whitebeard makes it actually a lot better.
They have to release a new ship that starts you at 50% HP.
Yeah,
like,
fuck
with
the
a higher
Whitebeard
damage
ship, bro.
threshold.
I'm done, bro. Give me the I don't know, give me a new ship, dog.
Cool.
The Whitebeard ship too.
Oh
Or
shit.
maybe they do a 6+ for a ship. Imagine.
Bro, right, shut up. It's all gonna be.
Where the ship,
You
where the
gotta-
ship dies, have it parallel to Deadpool.
Nah, you gotta fight a harder version of the forest with the new ship. Nah, yeah, that'd be kind of
Neo-
cool.
That would be
Let's
that
go.
would be
The Neo Forest.
Neo Forest, bro. Come on. Alright, you heard it
I'm
here
out.
first. Neo Forest coming soon. GGP always gets one thing correct every episode, so maybe that's the thing this week. Nonetheless, that is V2 Croc. He does have a lot of good units that release around him as well. Supposedly the TM Mario is pretty good. Reduces 1 turn of barrier. He does large, bro. They really said this. Large quick damage to all enemies. I'm weak. Reduces 5 turns of resilience and defense up to enemies. For 1 turn, he boosts the orbs of Powerhouse and Driven characters by 2x. When the captain is Driven or Powerhouse, and for 1 turn, boost attack against enemies with poison, blah blah blah, by 1.75. He is the treasure map unit, which is actually
Hey,
really...
the Mori is so weird. Where'd that conditional boost come from?
Why
I
is
know,
he Powerhouse Driven, bro? Wait, can you use the Caesar support on him? That poisons?
No.
Ah, well,
No.
he's fucking trashed then. What the fuck? I was like, oh, maybe that'll be the case, but I guess
No,
not.
because he doesn't orb. You said he doesn't orb boost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you can.
No, but Caesar doesn't attach to him.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, you can't.
Fucking Stump, dude.
Fuck
You
Stump,
dumb
man.
bitch.
You fucking,
Oh my god, calm down.
Fucking-
Oh my god.
you fucking jabroni. This the
Jesus
guy?
Christ.
This the dude?
This is your fucking YouTuber?
This
Huh?
your man's? God damn. This guy fucking reeks.
Oh my god.
I had to double check anyway, because if we got it wrong, then Stump fucking get. I was scanning. I was scanning, bro. I was like, oh shit, if we got it wrong, it's over. Nonetheless, that for a treasure map unit, that's pretty good, in all honesty.
I mean,
Yeah.
utility plus orb boost is fine.
But these Lucci and this Enel, are they TM boosters or are they regular ass
Yeah.
rare recruit? They are, okay.
TM rare recruits.
Damn.
They are, but they'll be on every treasure map banner moving forward. 'Cause
Damn.
Karasu and Morley came back on this banner as well.
Okay.
Just like the Mugiwara characters.
Brother, Lucci fucking does 2 turns of, removes 2 turns of burn and attack down in his support, and he attaches the Kaku as well. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's kind of cracked.
Let's go, Kaku.
All of those rare recruits have really good supports that come out with the treasure map
Yeah,
characters.
Enel reduces 1 turn of bind, and then boosts color affinity for Cerebral Striker by 1.5, which is pretty good.
Very good.
And the Pirate Rumble Wiper for Dex as well, so it's like not even Cerebral, which is funny. 1.8 character attack and damage to enemies in a sideways medium rage. Level 6 crit rate up for Dex allies for 30 seconds. When remaining HP is 50% or less, 2,000 fixed damage to 1 enemy with high attack. He's on a 33 CT. Okay, never mind. Dex allies level 5 guard rate up, level 3 attack up, 80% chance to avoid movement steal. Okay, he's not that bad. I don't think he's gonna change the Dex team that much, but I mean, he probably makes it more viable to have a Dex attack team, I suppose, than anything else. All right, that's all those things. Also, something that I did want to mention, the Twitter campaign that ran alongside Croc was actually really interesting. So they had this situation where every time you hit a certain amount of retweets, they would release a new unit, to the point where they got enough retweets to end up releasing Croc as a unit. Also, that Kuro. Where the fuck is that Kuro coming in? Is that a free-to-play Pyro Rumble unit? I'm guessing so.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think my assumption would be that he would be a free-to-play Pyro Rumble, because I think the Wiper's a banner unit. So, all right. Now that JP's out of the way, I don't think there's anything else to talk about in JP this fortnight. So,
Wait. We have one more thing to talk about.
hit me up.
Me. No, I'm joking.
All right, Knight is coming back. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
All right, let's get into the meat and taters of the episode. Global is, I don't know, man. There's too much going on with Global this week, so we might as well hop into it with first and foremost. The Yamato banner is out on Global. Who would have expected Yamato to release this early on Global OPTC? Well, she did. She's out at the start of this month. Part 4 has just released at the time of this episode. So hopefully to all those that are pulling on the Yamato banner, you get some good luck. Or for those that waited for Part 4, you get some good luck too. Nonetheless, though, Yamato banner is out and about. Nothing too special about her, about the actual banner itself. The banner's pretty akin to JP. I think instead, the only difference with JP is that the first multi is a discount, whereas I believe on JP it was a 50 gem multi. 15% legend rate, 30 units, 30 legends each part, and obviously Ulti and Page 1 debuted alongside Yamato. Only concerns that I have with the banner is that obviously with the fact that the banner released earlier than expected, a lot of units that people had anticipated to be on the Yamato banner weren't on the banner, which kind of made it a little worse or a little less valuable to pull on. I don't know where people's gauge is out on that behalf, but I think that the Yamato...
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that, that it's such a... I don't think anyone really anticipated Yamato to come out at the start of this month. I think that people had the anticipation at the end of this month or in in December time. But with the Yamato releasing at the start of this month, a lot of the banner units got chopped and changed to nothing too special. And obviously the unfortunate situation of King and Queen debuting before Yamato, they weren't available on the Yamato banner itself, which is a bit upsetting to say the least. I know Todd's not here right now, but Stump, if you're here, how did your pulls go on the Yamato banner?
So I was riding the discount in a dream. Shout out to everyone that pulled Yamato on the free multis and the discounts, because I saw a lot of people get a lot of luck on those early summons. So part 2, we did the discount and we managed to get Page 1 ulti, which was pretty hype. And then thanks to the stream hitting 50 likes at the time, we did a second multi and we actually walked away with Yamato. So after that, I just did the discounts, and I think I did a couple more multis. I think I'm sitting on 5 on each of the Onigashima trio parts, just from doing streams and hitting the 50 likes. Mm-hmm. We ended up walking away with the batch, walked away with one Yamato. I'm happy with that.
Easy. That's
nice.
That's good. All right. Well, for me, I did 5 multis on part 1. I picked up Yamato on the 3rd multi, which is kind of cracked. Was very happy with that. Picked up Black Maria and Sasaki as well, which was very good to see. Part 2, I did the discount. I didn't get anything. Part 3, I did 5 multis because I'm missing Onigashima, Luffy, and Kid. So I did 5 multis. I picked up a second copy of Yamato, which is really pog. And then part 4, I did the discount. Nothing there as well. Overall, very satisfied with the Yamato summons. Obviously, it would have been nice to walk away with Padron ulti or walk away with Onigashima Luffy or Kid. But, I mean, taking 2 Yamatos out of those, like, 11, 12 multis overall, you know, you can't really complain too much. But, King of the Crews, Broski, let him know, how did your Yamato summons go?
Oh, man. This Sugo Fest loved me. This was probably my best Sugo of the year, man. It was nuts. So, I think I did... I think in total, I did 10 or 11 multis total. I got all the batch, all red recruits, 2 Yamatos, ulti page 1, Whitebeard first Shanks, V2 Marco. It was crazy. I got everything I wanted.
Yeah. I also got Whitebeard Shanks too, I didn't mention on part 1. But yeah.
Hell yeah.
You also like almost a rainbow the Onigashima Luffy as well.
Yeah, I got like
Luffy's like almost
another 2 copies of Luffy, which is crazy.
Use your tablets, Todd.
No.
The
thing is I don't have any hunger, and my Luffy needs 1 more hunger, so I can't feed my dupes yet.
Bro, this guy's gonna get a dupe. He's gonna max out his last up and feed a dupe for the hunger head ass. Come on, dog. But yeah, I mean, this banner seemed like it was, again, as per usual, it's very mixed up and down. I saw a lot of people do really well. A lot of people get absolutely shafted. But I mean, I guess for Yamato releasing out of the blue, like, how do you, like, did you guys expect Yamato to come out like at the start of November, or like, I know Todd was on the train of like Yamato will come out before the end of the year, and I was kind of like end of November, December time. But like, how did you guys feel about Yamato's all of a sudden release in the download?
I didn't see it coming at all. Like, not even close. Not even close. Like at best, I thought they might do some cheeky shenanigans around Christmas.
Yeah.
Just before the big New Year's Sugo Fest, and make her like work with whatever they're working on for New Year's. And try and use that as like a crazy banner to just bait people into getting Yamato, and do like what they did with Roger and Odin in terms of like the countdown to the New Year's sort of Sugo Fest. Have it run for like 7 days and do something like that. But yeah, like if he's like, when Moria and that came out, you told me that Yamato was coming November, like whenever we got her on Japan or whatever it was, like no chance.
Yeah. Like I don't know. Like I'm happy that Yamato's out, but at the same time, like, it was very, very spur of the moment.
I just couldn't see them releasing Yamato after New Year's.
Yeah, that made no sense.
I just feel like it didn't make sense. But I think December made a lot of sense. But yeah, I was not expecting it to come
at the start of the month. Yeah, like that was right. When we saw the download. I mean, in that download, we'll get into a lot of that stuff later on. But in that download, there was so many units. Just, I mean, if you guys played your Pyro Rumble matches now, for people that are doing them now, day 1, if you play 6 matches or like 4 matches or whatever it is, you get Oven, you get Ryuma, and you get Helmeppo. You know what I mean?
Yep.
On Treasure Map, there's 3 characters available on Treasure Map 2. Like so much stuff was pushed onto us very quickly, which kind of like did devalue the Yamato banner a little bit, especially because we know that New Year's is on the horizon. And speaking from past experiences of New Year's, the New Year's banner alone is usually really good, and generally the unit that comes out on New Year's is also really good too. Plus, you have to keep in mind that that's the date that should be around the time that Global gets the, well, not Global, sorry, but OPTC in general gets the celebration for the synchronization as well. So, like, there's a lot in play coming to New Year's, so I feel like it kind of did make sense for Yamato's banner to like lose a lot of value in the long run there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, for me, I wasn't really surprised at all. And I mean, if you think about it, it actually makes a lot of sense for it to come out in the beginning of November, because it's very likely that whatever comes out on Christmas, New Year's is going to be like another Super Sugo Fest, and Global is probably going to get it. So to like kind of be surprised that Yamato is coming out early, because they definitely want you to pull on this and then pull on that, is kind of weird, you know?
Yep. Totally right.
Yeah.
We also do get gem sales too. Well, hey, about bloody
Are they good?
Yeah, they were actually good gem sales.
They were the same gem sales pretty much we got for the Roger and Odin release. But one thing that I want to say,
300 and 200 pack.
Yeah. Yep. 220 lad. Oh, baby, 20 20 extra gemmies sprinkled on top there for the same price as 300 though, so I don't fucking know about that. But one thing I want to say is Bandai, if you fucking listen to this goddamn podcast, make the 120 gem pack for $85 the norm. That is that is so much better value if you did that, because that's guaranteed 3 multis out of that one gem pack. If that was just the regular base pack of 120 gems for the price of 85 always, my days would that be so good. Or just at least make it the normal sale thing, not like the 98 or the whatever it is. Make 120 the base like sale thing, because that's so good.
Shit, if you're being real, that should be the $59.99 pack.
Like, I don't know, man. Like they really need to. I mean, 85 US, so that's the same as the 50, I think it is. So 85 Australian, sorry.
Right, yeah, it's the same as your big pack, Flame.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one you're talking about?
Yeah. So like they had a gem pack. It was 120 gems for the same price as the 85 gem pack.
And that's in your dollar, right?
Yeah. So 85,
okay.
85
In fake money. In fake money.
Yeah, in fake money, yeah.
Fake money.
But
yeah, because I remember the one on Global for me, it was the one that was $59.99 was 98 gems.
Yeah, like
that's the whack one.
Yeah, that frustrates me so much, because they first of all they should just make it 100, but second of all, now that because that's just so dumb. The fact they make it 98 head ass, like, come on, dog.
That's disrespectful.
But the 120 is a good number because, like, first of all, it's almost 1.5 gems a dollar AUD wise, which isn't too bad. Also on top of that too, like, it's 30 gem plus 50, so it's almost like the 3 multis exactly. Which again, like, it's still frustrating that, like, you can't, like, you have to spend a lot of money to get 3 multis. But if that was the base pack, like, it'd have been sick. But I guess that's I mean, hopefully moving forward that's what we see, but I highly doubt it. Also, the 10 gem pack issues. Well, hey, shout out to Google Play Store in other countries except Australia. But the 10 gem pack is still not in game. It's being worked on, so just be patient, you piece of shit. Fuck's sake. My God.
Yeah, it's literally not Treasure Cruise's fault, this one.
It's literally Google. Like, I don't know why people are like, bro, you see some comments people saying, Bandai doesn't want, like they don't want us to, like, or they don't want to make money. Or
they want you to buy the big pack instead of buy the little packs. It's like, what as if they want your money. Why would they not make them available?
They lose, like, they don't lose any money because it's a digital thing. But if you're talking about gems per dollar, they make it's actually, like, less cost effective for them to sell the 10 gem pack for $1 US than it is for them to sell the 300 gem pack for however much it is US. Like,
so stupid.
Like, people are dumb as bricks. But, like, it's not, just be patient. It's literally 20 gems, lad. Shut up. For fuck's sake, man.
Same thing happened on Japan with the ranking packs. The Google Play Store, they didn't get them out properly. People were blowing up about that as well.
I think
so. Like, guys, they'll turn up. Just relax.
They are, actually. They'll turn up. I didn't even announce that in the fucking JP news. I'm a brick. But the pirate level gem packs are on sale now in JP, so go buy them.
48 hours only. If you're a JP player, make sure to buy them. Make sure if you spend money, make sure to pick them up.
Because that's like 300 and something gems, so it's not bad. Alright, that's basically all the Yamato news. There's not really much about Yo, what's up?
I was trying to ask this before my mic was off. Stump, I thought you only played JP. I thought you didn't play Global no more.
This guy's a
I still play Global, man.
He plays Global too.
Is JP your main?
Yeah, so I spend on JP now, and then, like, I'll pick up the best dollar value packs on Global, and that's it. Like, kind of like the Dokkan sale sort of situation when I used to play Dokkan. I picked up the big packs from these sales, and then the 10 packs.
Okay, I got you.
Imagine playing
the rest of the time, I'm just rocking the free-to-play life.
Imagine playing Dokkan.
Yep.
Bruh. I only buy accounts in pool. That's a lot.
If the games are going to be synchronized, though, would you still play both of them?
Yeah, so I plan on, because my Japan account, I don't have a lot of the old free-to-play characters. Like a lot of the old free-to-play characters. A lot of the event characters. A lot of the treasure map characters that I kind of just go like, well, I'd rather spend the tickets on limit break materials to max out characters. And then once they sync, I plan on sort of just like combining the two into one video, using the global account for more free-to-play friendly teams, and then using the Japan account for the more whale teams.
Oh, gotcha.
He's on top of it. All right.
So you do 2 times the amount of TM runs now, 400 runs total.
Yeah, no, I'm not crazy like
800 runs.
No.
I got 1,000 nav levels.
Let's fucking go.
I got my 2 devices going, so treasure map's not too bad for me. I rock the free stamina, and then I'm
sweaty ass guy. God damn.
Yeah, super sweat.
Just do the auto.
Auto battles, yeah. What's it called? The expedition.
Bro, that shit can get you to a mill if you just keep on.
Just give me the character, I'm out.
Man. But it does work though. It gets you to a mill if you keep on top of it. But that should be updated at some point.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else in the Yamato? Don't think so.
Yamato's good though.
Yamato's good unit, very strong, very pog. 6+ Yamato out now.
She's overrated. You don't need her, and you just mooch her of a friend.
There you go. You can do that too.
No, she's very good.
One Piece Treasure Cruise community manager introduction. What?
Oh yeah, that happened.
That came out of nowhere as well. So we finally got introduced to our new community manager. With a lot of news in the video as well. It was a very interesting kind of introduction. Shout out Janek and a lot of news, a lot of stuff to go on, and I know we'll speak from our behalf. Don't worry, I will work on getting her on the podcast at some point. It'll happen. Don't worry.
Oh, I see.
You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to make some schmoves. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get Nick and her on at the same time, have a fight. You know what I'm saying? But
I think stealing another Dragon Ball. I think she used to work on Dragon Ball Legends.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
She was a DBL community manager too.
I think she still does aspects of it.
Yeah.
What does she?
But not as intensive as what it was.
No, I think it's her main. I think it's like how Nick was OPTC and Gundam at the same time or something like that.
Yeah, similar to that.
But in the video alone, we got a few things mentioned, which will lead into our next point, which I think will be the crux of today's episode. So actually, before that, I don't know why I wrote the Toki banner in the global news, but yeah, Toku's coming out. We'll mention it again in other news later on.
Surprise.
Yeah, at least, yeah. Okay, we'll mention that later on. Let's get into the actual juice and taters of what we're talking about here. So in the community manager video, we got a few things announced. So from what was summarized, once we've synced up with JP, they'll be able to start teasing global content or global stuff, upcoming content. That doesn't matter. There'll be 2 SNS campaigns coming out. That'll give, the first one gives gems, the next one gives limit break materials. There'll be rainbow gems and more for global players ahead of the sync, which is, I guess, part of the course. The main part here is the characters who have not been released yet will start coming to the global version from the middle of November. That's where we got led into the actual announcement of the global version's plan to synchronize with the JP version. It is in the game, there is a graphic in the game, and we finally have a concrete schedule that will tell us exactly when things are coming out and how it's working. So I don't know how we're going to break this down, but I guess we'll go month by month, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And then we'll in the December block, we'll split it up into 3, I guess. But I'm going to be reading shout out Godot, Mr. News Time. He did a really good summary of the actual synchronization on the subreddit global news feed. So I'll probably go off by that. So I'm just going to leave all the nitty gritty stuff, but essentially we're going to start in November. So the way that this works is in November, we will be getting the JP content that released between September and October. So that content being the Treasure Map, the Pirate Rumble, and the Kizuna Clash units. This isn't the Rare Recruit or Legends, this is the free-to-play units. So more specifically being So it'll be Luffy and Robin TMs, Oven and Helmeppo, Pirate Rumble, and Olin and Halloween Rebecca Kizuna units.
Yep. Pretty crazy.
Which is kind of insane. So
yeah.
Alright. I guess like we kind of knew that in a sense because we had gotten the download. So we kind of started making assumptions as to like what those units are going to be around. But essentially, this upcoming Pirate Rumble season and Treasure Map and Kizuna will all have triple characters available.
Yep. Yeah, very, very reminiscent of like what happened earlier on in the year.
Yeah, with the whole Roger and Odin content catch up as well there.
Yeah, correct.
So, I mean, that's very good. I mean, like, I guess, like, I think we'll probably, like, once we get through everything, we'll have a discussion on, like, where the issues lie and the positives and negatives. But obviously there are some inherent issues here with rewards and stuff, but we'll get into that discussion a little later. At the start of December, we will be getting the JP, TM, and Pirate Rumble units released from November to December. So the TM is still to be announced, but currently it'll be Moria and whatever the TM unit that releases for December, and the Pirate Rumble stuff isn't in the game, but I'm assuming that Kuro unit will be a Pirate Rumble free-to-play, and it'll be him and then probably someone else. Pretty cool. Now, after the 19th of December PST maintenance.
Big day, that one.
This will be the day that we get 11.2. That's the first point you have to keep in mind. But, on top of that, debuting legends from late August to December on JP, those being V3 Lucci, Halloween Boa and Perona, V3 Doflamingo and V4 Katakuri, and V2 Crocodile, and other legends that release in December as well, will be debuting on Global at the same time. Keep in mind, these characters will be appearing in multiple Sugo Fests on that day, so there is a plurality put on Sugo Fest, so it means my assumption would be that Lucci will have a banner, Halloween Boa, Perona will have a banner, V3 Doflamingo, V4 Katakuri will have a banner, then V2 Crocodile will have a banner. So there'll be 4 separate banners.
I disagree.
You think so? What do you think is going to be the sitch there?
I think they're all going to debut on one banner.
Really?
To me, that would make more sense.
Yeah, I feel like
I agree.
Banners, I just don't see that happening, honestly.
I
think we said this on a different episode. I think they're just going to do that for all the game modes.
Yeah.
Yep, each game mode, whatever missing units they have, they're just going to dump it on one banner and good luck.
Yep.
That's the way I see it.
I just have this feeling.
We could be wrong, but
I don't know. Like, we'll have to, obviously, like, this is all up in the air at this point, right? That's not till another month from now, you know? But I have this feeling that they're going to be on their own separate banners just because, like, if they're all on the same banner, that's fucking cracked. Like, banners themselves. I mean, they could probably...
Why not have a banner like that right before New Year's, right?
Oh,
That's a good shout,
actually.
So my big question with that release is the 9th. Would you say the 19th of December?
19th, that's right.
The 19th. So hypothetically, like, how long is these banners or banner gonna run for before the New Year's banner? Because from what we've seen, unless it's all legends on the banner, if their banners are still debuted, those legends will
most likely not be on the banner.
Most likely not be on the New Year's banner.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, if it runs through the New Year's banner, to me it makes more sense to just make it all those legends on one banner and just make it like a cracked banner, just the only legends available are those legends, but then like have like the 50 gem multis, or have like a pool of like 20 legends where those legends are available and make like 30 gem multis. Just make it just disgusting. Like real bait, like disgustingly good bait.
Yeah,
but
that makes a good point.
In the sense of like, if that happens in terms of carrying over into the New Year's banner, because like if it only runs for a week, say for example, I think Roger and Odin came out on the 28th in Australia.
Yeah, 28th,
27th PST kind of thing. Yeah.
So that's roughly like what? If they just do like a week of this one banner, they could easily make it like a countdown to the New Year's Sugo Fest. And that also doesn't make too much sense to me. If they put them on the New Year's banner, people are just going to be like, well, what's the point summoning now if I can pick them up in a week's time?
It depends.
At a banner.
It depends, because I feel like the way that things are going, it looks like after this maintenance on December 19th, everything that releases on Japan will be releasing on Global from that point onwards.
That's what I think, yeah.
So whatever banner comes out for New Year's, I don't think they're going to separate the legends between Global and Japan anymore. So
you'd want it to be the same, right?
It should be. That would be my guess.
the sync. That's the what I'm sort of looking at as well.
So, like, hypothetically, if CP0 Lucci ends up being on the New Year's Sugo Fest on one of the parts, I feel like he should be the same for Global, even if they do release him on the 19th.
So I guess
That's the big question.
It's probably worse, but then again, yeah, you're right. What if they make it so that banner on the 19th ends right as New Year starts?
Bro, if the banner on the 19th has Lucci, Boa Perona, Doflamingo Katakuri, and Croc, 5 legends, and it's a 20
Croc's a TM legend.
Yeah, Croc's TM legend, so he in theory he wouldn't be on the banner. He'd probably be on his...
Croc and Koala should arrive in January, I think.
Well, that's where it's up in the air for me, and where I'm kind of like, it doesn't make sense for them to make different banners, because like let's be real, who's gonna summon on that banner unless you love that character?
We're just looking at the fucking global community. They're all brickheads. Like they're all gonna summon on every banner that releases in this game.
Yeah.
Because no one has goddamn self-control or resilience in their mind.
But at the same time, the fact that they're releasing so many units on one banner, like that also counts for rare recruits too, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Bro, like that's what I'm saying.
That's definitely not a bad banner. Like the only thing that devalues it is it would be right before New Year's.
Yeah.
Like that's like awesome banner full on.
Cheeky 5er? Put a cheeky 5 in the banner, call it a day.
Especially if there's like decent steps and rates for the new characters.
If it's like a 20 legend banner and there's like 3 or 4 of those, like, and like the Halloween girls come out and V3 like Katakuri and V3 Doflamingo, V4 Katakuri come out, and they're all available on the same part. That's a pretty sick banner to pull on, because you have 4 potential new legends, and the Halloween girls not so much, but at least Doflamingo and Katakuri are kind of like decent, and a new mechanic of that too. And Lucci as well. Sorry, 100% right. So
they could also
legends.
They could also put King and Queen. They could put Page 1 ulti. Like they could put Vivi and Reiju. Like they could
New Year's. I'm pulling on
that.
this banner.
They could easily do that, you know, and then just bait people in to summoning on this banner, throw a bunch of juicy gem sales at people, and then cash in again at New Year's.
Something you also have to consider, and I think it's very likely, and I think someone said something like this earlier, but I disagreed with them. If those characters, like you said, come out on the 19th and that runs to about New Year's, it's very possible that all those new legends won't be on the global New Year's banner.
I want to believe that.
So it might be a good idea to pull for them if they aren't. But I mean, you wouldn't know till then.
But I agree with Todd in the sense that, like, surely the New Year's banner is like the point of like, this is the day, or this is the content or banner or whatever it is that indicates the synchronization, right?
Yeah.
So surely that whatever gets released on JP, in theory, has to be given exactly the same to Global. Because if they aren't the same banner, then technically we haven't synced yet. If you really want to break it down. And I would hope to God they don't do that kind of fucky shit with that. Because like, that would be so bad, dude. Because if people chose to like skip that 19th PST banner and they waited for New Year's and then they're like, oh shit, Lucci, like, you know, Katakuri, Doflamingo, Perona, Boa, all on the banner, bruh. Like, that's 5 new legends like that won't be there. Which is, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with. I mean, I don't want to believe it, I suppose, is the point of contention there. But I mean, at this point, I don't know. I mean, I guess a wait and see kind of thing is going to be the situation.
Yeah. Look, we're all assuming that it's the same banner. If it's separate banners, and it's trash. If
it is separate banners, then like there's no point in you pulling. There's no point in you pulling. Maybe a little bit on the Katakuri Doflamingo potentially. Otherwise, like, I mean, Boa Perona kind of mid. I mean, they are waifu material, but they're still kind of mid. Like, I mean, maybe if the Croc banner releases randomly alongside all the banners, that could be worthwhile. But otherwise, like, nothing else too valuable there. Because I feel like Koala would probably be available there as well.
Koala should be in January as well, because it says that all characters that we're missing from Treasure Sugo Fest, so TM Sugos, are going to be in January.
Yes.
So that would include Croc, Koala, and those other rare recruits.
So let's keep...
read somewhere that Croc was like part of the Dofi and stuff like that, but I think that's just because it wasn't confirmed that he was a treasure map.
That's right. Because Croc, we didn't know Croc was going to be a treasure map legend until now.
It is weird that they went back-to-back TM. So.
Yeah, that is kind of cringe.
Where the Kizuna legend at?
Right, Kizuna legend always cracked.
Yeah, bro. We talk about Togi, holy.
Yeah.
All right.
Forward to that one.
So,
All right.
including in December, all the arenas that we previously missed, so there's only 2 of them, being Caesar and Croc, will be available on that day too. All the point farming events will be, and Blitz Battle units will be distributed, so you will get them in your mailbox alongside Limit Break materials. Any Limit Break expansion from September to December on the JP version will be available on Global. Any upcoming Kislev class legends, any upcoming Kislev class Sugar Fest that will JP will also be released in December. On JP will be released in December. Any upcoming units will be in December, released on JP from November, December will come at this time as well. And then any Super Evolutions available for legends that receive one from September to December will get on Global as well.
That means we'll get pudding. With a 6+.
Flame comeback, let's go. Let's fucking go. Flame comeback, baby.
6+ pudding at end of December.
That's when I unlink my social.
Oh my, and uninstall, unlink, uninstall, it's over. Alright, and then finally, before we start getting into a bit of discussion here, in January, reminder that starting the end of December with this month, we'll also be sharing the same new content that JP will receive. However, we will be receiving banners of rare recruits that we have not yet received. So, that includes TM rare recruits from September to December. This so far includes TM rare recruits from Int Luffy, TM rare recruits from Halloween Robin, and then November and December TM rare recruits as well. So that includes the Halloween, not the Halloween, but the V2 Croc batch. Kislev rare recruits from September to December. So that means the Beast Pirate rare recruits that came with Olin, being Robin, Chopper and Usopp and Frankie, and the Viola that comes out with the Rebecca, and then any of the new ones coming out too. And the Pirate Rumble rare recruits being Smoothie, Strusen, and Kobe. That might be
the legends as well, right? It should be like Kizaru, V2, and Kuma.
All it says here is the rare recruits, but I would guess the legends as well would be on that banner.
We still don't have them, and they're PvP legends, so they should be there.
Bro, that PvP banner is going to be the best banner in the game. You're gonna have.
It does have Kuma on it, so
that's what I'm saying. That's why it's the best. But bro, Smoothie, Strusen, and Kobe, like, he's good. Smoothie's a pretty good bench unit. And then, I mean, two new legends as well, like the banner, and plus Enel on that banner too. Like, hold on, it might be kind of juicy. And then any support Sugar Fest. So the only one of those being
crazy. That NL is still the best PvP legend. That's crazy.
Yeah, wild.
That was a mouthful, but that is everything. So that is the plan. So in theory, at some point in January of 2022, we will be up to date. And both the games will be on the exact same schedule. I think that's fair to say at this point.
Yeah, it should be by the end of January. Everything
is the safest 100%. Point. Yeah.
Though there is still a big question, right?
Yes, hit me up.
When does Kung Fu Luffy arrive in Japan?
Hey yo!
Yo!
Shout out Godot again.
Where's he arrive? Where's he 6+? Come on.
Yeah, give him a 6+.
Bro, imagine if New Year's they're like 6+, super class, like Kung Fu Luffy. He turns into a Psy unit. He becomes a free spirit super like. They just make it absolutely cracked.
Let's be real though. Are we even synced until Japan gets Kung Fu Luffy?
No.
Hey, shit. Hold on. Hey, let them know, Chief.
Kung Fu Luffy is still respectable. He's respectable in PvP too.
Support's kind of cracking
and his support. He's got a good support.
Yep.
He's his support quite a bit.
Man, I don't want to keep sucking off Godot, man. really thanked him enough in this episode. Nah, shout out Godot again. But, so that's everything. That's the schedule. It's finally out, so everyone can shut up and stop making these dumbass predictions that they're making too.
The big problem that a lot of people have though is that, you know, we're missing out on all these treasure maps and Kizunas, so we don't get the rewards, and like I completely understand that we're not getting the exact same rewards. Yep. Luckily though, they did mention we are getting something.
Yeah. So I don't know if we want to jump into the Q&A now, or there's anything else you guys want to discuss about the global sync at the moment.
I've got nothing else to say. I mean, the infographic kind of speaks for itself, I feel.
I think it's
is there anything else we're missing that I could think of?
No, we're not. They've actually covered everything, which is really good for once. Like,
I feel like the Q&A that we're about to read reiterates everything anyway.
Yeah. All right, well, let's jump into that point. So, if you haven't seen it yet, make sure you go look at the infographic for the sync on their Twitter, or it is in-game as well. Everything's there. Like, you can kind of connect the dots in your mind, or like look at, JP release times to figure out what units are coming when. But for the most, I think one of the subreddit mods, like Cubio, I think his name is, or their name is, sorry. They made a Reddit post about the units and all that kind of stuff too. So make sure if you are confused to go check that out on the subreddit itself. But with any good global news comes a Q&A these days. So we'll go question by question, and we'll discuss each one if it warrants it, I suppose. So there were 2 batches. It was 8 questions in total that were answered. A lot of you dumbasses did not check the second batch of questions. I'm going to kick it to you real quick, because a lot of your complaints were more or less answered for the most part in the second half of the questions.
We already know, though, that the hardest game of all is the reading game.
Oh, people don't flip and read.
Imagine reading, bro.
No, all right.
Could not.
Question 1. Will personal rewards such as limit break materials, skill books, legend tickets, etc. earned from the events that won't take place still be distributed outside the free characters? The answer by the team: we don't plan on distributing all the possible event rewards. We will prepare login bonuses and gifts so it won't be disadvantageous for global players.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
The first comment that gets replied to this, mate, says, no sense. I mean, I'm fairly sure that made a lot of sense.
There's absolutely no way they could just be like, oh, we understand.
He's 300 gems. Like,
here's all the gems. He's like 10 legend tickets, and sorry, here you go.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, there's no conceivable way that they just say, here you go, buddy.
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, Bandai did kind of fuck up with this schedule, because they really should have done it a lot earlier than what they've done, which would have given us more rewards.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I just hope that this login bonus thing that they have mentioned, that, what's an ideal login bonus then? I'd say like a couple of gems per day, let's say throughout the whole month of December, and like you get some limit break materials.
5 gems, yeah, 5 gems a day. I feel like maybe between 3 and 5 gems a day. Like, maybe like for the first week of December, maybe like, 15 or 20 of each shard potentially, or I don't know, maybe 10 of 20 of each shard. Maybe like in the next week, there's like 5 to 10 medium crystals, or like more than that potentially too. And then the orbs are like, I feel like the orbs are generally the most things. So maybe like 2 to 4 a day.
Actually, you know what the number one thing that I actually hate the most about not getting all these rewards is the ink bottles.
The current TM. The JPTM, they added more ink bottles to the 8 and 10 mil.
Oh, yes, sir.
I was going to mention that in the other news, but I'll mention it again anyway. But yeah, they added more. They added, I think it's another complete set of ink as well. So
that's all right.
I don't know if that's going to be. I mean, does this TM that we have now go up to 10 mil? Or is there only 7 mil rewards?
10, I believe.
Oh, that's good then.
I think so.
If that's the case, then that's good. But otherwise, like, that's kind of stinky if it isn't. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I guess like we'll have to. I think like people are like, and I'm like, I do this a lot too, but like I think that people are very much like shooting first and asking questions later, I suppose. Like they're complaining without knowing what the login bonus is going to be. And I think that like once we know what the login bonus is going to be, then we can start making our judgment on how fair it is. Because imagine if the login bonus is absolutely cracked. But then on the contrary, imagine if the login bonus is horrible. Then that's when you can make your judgment, I suppose.
Then I would probably join in the crowd with being
exactly right. So I think a lot of that's going to ride on what they consider login bonuses, so it won't be disadvantageous.
Yep.
Next question. Completely. Will the characters that get distributed from the missed events be limit broken, or do we at least get the materials to limit break them as if we cleared the event in full? The response: we will distribute both the characters and limit break materials to limit break these characters to a maximum. However, for limit break expandable characters, we will distribute enough materials to limit break, not limit break expand them. That's a good response. Completely fair answer.
Makes sense.
It's good. Like, I mean, the only thing you miss out on is the rewards from the point farming events. But at the end of the day, you get all the point farming units. You get enough copies to rainbow them, I'm hoping at least. That's what that means too. And you get the limit break materials as well. So, like, The only downside is, and I mean, you dingbats aren't even going to fucking farm enough points anyway, you lazy gibbons. So like,
yeah, a lot of people complaining.
Imagine they only gave you one of the unit.
Bro, if they do that, I'm riding. I'm fucking, I'm popping
Imagine
off.
they do a carrot chopper.
No,
Yeah.
shut up!
Oh my
No,
Oh.
Jesus Christ! No, sir.
Funny as fuck.
All right, next question. Since the event-specific Sugofest characters will appear together in a combined Sugofest after their events have taken place, how will we obtain and use boosted characters for these events? So response: since we're prioritizing releasing the same characters and events simultaneously with the Japanese version, we don't plan to hold those events for the global version. There's your kind of response there, I suppose, in that regard. So no point farming events that have any boosted units will be released until we get the same one that JP gets.
Yeah.
That's where it will be at. And then the final question of the first batch is, since some characters will release out of order, will we still have the applicable boosted characters for the releasing events such as Treasure Map, Kismet Clash, etc.? Due to the client version, players will receive some characters at different points in time. However, rest assured we won't make it disadvantageous for our global players. That's a bit fucky. That response is a bit like, I don't know. Like, if it follows the same suit as the Kaido TM release, I mean, at the end of the day, like, there's only one more TM. Like, when you really break it down, like, there's only, like, the TM we get in December will be the same one as JP. The Kismet we get in December will be the same one as JP. Like, there's not a lot of other bits of content that will release where it's going to be different to what we have now.
Yeah, I don't know. This one's a bit of a weird one. So, I guess it's saying like, well, I guess it could be good though because of the way that it's structured. But then again, oh man, this is kind of tough actually. I don't know how it's gonna work. I think next treasure map in December for us is gonna be good. We're gonna have a lot of good boosters, I think. But then the one in January might be a bit weird because like there is a lot of other boosted units we don't have potentially from like a treasure map from that treasure map Sugo. Yeah. But then again, that treasure map Sugo is going to be super good because it's going to have so many units on it. I don't know. This is a bit strange. They weren't very specific here.
It'll all depend on, I guess, what the TM is for December and what units are boosted on it. And like, because things like Croc potentially won't be out, but even if Croc is out, his rare recruits won't be boosted. Koala's rare recruits won't be boosted. Like, a lot of I think that's what they mean. Like, the Kismet rare recruits won't be boosted on the Kisners. The TM rare recruits won't be boosted on the TM kind of thing. It's probably where that falls into place.
Right.
Alright, next batch. How do we receive the limit break materials for the free characters for Treasure Map, Kismet, Clash, etc. That are releasing all at once? We will be making adjustments for both event characters and the limit break materials to be obtained for our global players. So this is essentially what they're doing now with the with Pirate Rumble, with Kismet, and with Treasure Map, where all the units are available on that bit of content. You just play the content, you'll have the limit break materials or whatever it is required to max them out given to you.
Yeah, makes sense.
Next question. How will we get the Super Evolution Crystal Skulls for so many characters at once? The answer. You'll be able to get Super Evolvers at the Kismet Exchange for the added characters by playing the same amount of time as usual. The content of the Kismet Exchange will be adjusted. Kismet box will be adjusted to be able to obtain the added Crystal Skulls with the same amount of Kismet tickets earned normally.
That's fine.
Yeah. As long as they don't do that weird thing like they did when they doubled up last time, where it was like 1,012 items in the box or whatever it is. Like,
that's probably what they're gonna do.
And I don't like that. Like, they did 512 for whatever if they just leave it as just 500, but then they add in
just
everything
take out
else.
Some cola. Just take out some
cola.
No.
I want you don't want 200 fucking cola in your Kismet box, lad. Come on, dog. Bro. How you gonna 6+ the ships, man? Come on.
Bro, I'll use Rayleigh points to buy cola.
Oh shit, let them know, Chief. The 7th question. With so many characters and content releasing in such a short period of time, will we be given sufficient time to play these events? The answer: we will prepare a time period that won't be disadvantageous for our global players for events that involve ranking. Some events will be held at different times than the JP version, but you will soon be able to enjoy them at the Recollection Archive. So, I guess what that means is that a lot of the point farming events will be pushed to the Recollection Archive when they release like that.
I've got no idea what that means.
Maybe the arenas get pushed to the archive at the same. I don't know.
Maybe the arenas, because that could be the thing. Because if they're gonna push, these two arenas, people might not have the time to do it. Right. So if they push that to, honestly, it takes so long for shit to go to the Recollection Archive. Why isn't it just after instantly. The event finishes, it goes instantly there? It
should be, without a doubt. And the final question: how will we be able to complete the bounty missions that are currently slated to end at the December 31st? When we'll miss out on the opportunities to earn bounty from the events that won't take place? The bounty mission expiration of December 31st seen in-game is purely a limitation display and is available indefinitely. The display of the day will be updated in the upcoming version update. There you go.
Cool.
That's kind of weird. That probably is what caused Gem Valley, if I'm being real with you. That limitation. Straight up. That's them. That's the answers. How do you guys feel about that Q&A overall?
Well, they can't really say too much without giving shit away, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it is much better than the first one they did.
Oh, yeah.
Way better than the first one. The first one was bad. Real bad. This one at least gave a little bit more context behind the answers, I suppose, and kind of actually answered questions that probably warranted answers as well. There's a lot more positivity there.
I've got a question that I want to ask everyone here. Okay, so just straight up, yes or no? Do you think that the content merge between Global and Japan is good?
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always positives and negatives to it, but I feel like for the sake of the game, I think it's necessary. I just think it's necessary.
Because I did a Twitter poll the other day, and 70% said yes, 30% said no, and that was over 1,000 votes.
30% said no.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is kind of
it's pretty close to what I would have thought. I would have thought 3/4 yes, 1/4 no. Most of those that 30% are going to say, "Oh, I like to know to see what's coming," and I like to know this.
That's probably the biggest disadvantage.
Banners are out for 30
months.
days now.
They're out for a whole month these days now.
You don't have to summon for the units straight away. You can sit down, watch a few videos, figure out what the character does, see if you like that character, and then make the decision yourself.
100%.
Most players should be summoning on the big banners, the big banners that if you want powerful legends, if you want to boost your box, you summon on the New Year's banners, you summon on those big banners. But if you like the character and you like the legend, who cares what it does, just summon for it.
Preach.
Have fun with
it. I just think that global players like to have their hand held indefinitely. They like to have the Toadskis and the Flames and the Stumps be like, this is a good unit you should summon for. Or this is a unit you should wait to summon for. But because of the fact that we have no idea what's coming up in the future, and we won't have an idea of what's coming up in the future, and we don't have any foresight, I think that's where people get a little upset, is because they don't have the hand holding of, you need this unit to beat this they don't know what is going ahead. So I think that there's less of a chance for them to save their gems. But on the contrary though, those same people that say, I'm going to save my gems for Yamato, they all dump their mulches on King and Queen.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? That's what frustrates me about the dichotomy of the global fan base. You have people that are telling you, I'm saving for Yamato, and I'm like, that's great. That's the smart option. Whenever she releases, you're going to get her. But then, I'm gonna do 15 multis on King and Queen and have 0 gems for Yamato. Oh, what the fuck, Bandai? Why would you release Yamato at the start of November? That's stupid. You know the amount of people that told me that as a business decision, releasing Yamato in November was a bad idea? You know how mad I got when people told me that kind of stuff? I was like, whoever's saying that must not know anything about business. In the absolute slightest. Like, you must be dumb. I'm sorry, but like, you must be stupid to sit there and be like, it's a bad business decision for them to make a lot of money in November and then them also make a lot of money in December. Yes. Very bad business decision on Bandai's behalf. Oh, the game's dying. I don't really think so, Chief. But I guess that's my personal gripes there for the most part. But
I definitely agree with that.
I don't know. Like, I just think that, like, global pay, that 30% of people is just upset because they like to be told what to do. And be like...
I guess that's understandable, to have that foresight. I do get it. But at the end of the day, like, you don't have to complete all your content in day one. You don't have to do it in the first 6 hours. Like, you can wait a day. Like, and at the end of the day, if you've waited a day or, like, let's say hypothetically, like, 5 days to, like, start doing content or to start beating content compared to when you would do it all in the first 5 hours, isn't that better than waiting 4 months? Like, in my eyes, it's kind of like, well, you've waited 5 days instead of literally, like, 4 months to have these shiny new legends. And then once that shiny new legend comes around on global, everyone's talking about the hype new legend that just released on Japan. Like, and it's like, oh, well, am I going to save for that? And then you get stuck in this loop of just consistently saving or consistently pulling on just these, like, big banners. So I think it's good. Like, for a business move, it's definitely good. But like, for a player base, I think it might be a bit of a shit show to start with. But, like, once you get the ball rolling, you start, like, understanding, like, how content release and you find your own groove with the game, it definitely won't be as bad as whatever on that 30%.
Here's what I'll do. I'll play devil's advocate for a bit. The reason why people are probably going to be a lot more annoyed about this kind of stuff is, like I mentioned, they're not going to know what teams to build if they don't have the newest legends. But at the same time, the issue does fall on Bandai a lot of the time there as well, purely because when they release the point farming event, the boosted units are the new units. And not every single person can afford to, or should in that matter, pull on every single new banner. You know what I mean?
Great.
And then that whole toxic content cycle of the point farming event requires this, and then the arena requires this, and then the TM, and then the Kizuna, and then like having this stupid cycle of that for that month, whatever content comes out, the fastest way for you to complete the content or the most efficient way for you to complete the content is to have the new banner legend. So the issue with that being is that because we don't have, Subconsci making videos on teams that don't have the newest legends in it for the upcoming Ashura Doji arena anymore, people are going to get concerned because now it's a matter of waiting. It's a matter of waiting for people that get the legend to make a video and then for people to beat content without the newest legend. And so I think that a lot of onus does fall on Bandai's behalf there, purely because the whole entire content cycle in itself isn't that well structured in the slightest. But then at the same time, we have to throw it back to the player base and be like, well, all the tools are there for you to figure out how to beat the content on your own accord without the new stuff. So it is a sense of laziness at that too. With the
point farming events, I definitely agree. Because the point farming events, if you don't have the characters to farm with the points, you're gonna have a bad time. You're not gonna enjoy farming up to the max points every single time because you don't have those characters. I can definitely agree on that. So if they tweak the boosted list, that would be great. But at the end of the day, I normally I don't even finish those free to play characters anymore. I get them to limit break 19 or something like that, and I'm just I'm done with this. But for arenas, I found lately I've been figuring out finding faster teams that don't involve the new characters, that don't involve the new legend, besides a friend captain. But so most of the time, if I have the unit, you get that safety and security, but there's faster options and there's better ways to beat the new content. Yeah. And with Ashura Doji, I was shocked when we came up with the V1 Kaido team with a friend Queen, and it was doing it way quicker than what King and Queen was doing. Sure, King and Queen were doing it easy, but Kaido was just clapping it, and Kaido's 2 years old now, 3 years old now.
Yeah, Kaido stay winning.
Best Kaido in the game, I'm telling you.
I mean, with Treasure Cruise, if you have an understanding of how the game works, you don't need YouTube videos, you don't need Game With, you don't need Reddit. So
Yeah.
whether everybody's getting it or not doesn't matter. Like if you understand how to play the game, you should be able to clear the content without, relying on somebody else.
That's completely right. I just think like that's where the 30% kind of comes in, because they're the ones that are like, they're either in the camp of like, I don't like it because we're losing out on rewards, and yeah, that fucking sucks. But at the same time, would you much rather, like Stump said, would you much rather be behind by 4 months and never get that experience of being like, do you guys remember when fucking Roger and Odin released simultaneously, or when Wano Law released simultaneously as well? The hype and excitement for those legends coming out on both versions at the same time were some of the best moments in the game's existence, pretty much. The Roger and Odin banner releasing at the same time was nuts. Because like it was it just felt like it was a party, because like you had both versions had the same legends, and we're doing the same stuff, and like it just felt so much more fun to be on the cutting edge of what's coming out, opposed to having like, oh, okay, so in my mind I know that we have Ace Akanu's banner, and then I'm gonna save from Ace Akanu's banner to Onigashima Law, and then when I pull Onigashima Law, I'll pull in the Ace Cyber banner, and when I get Ace Cyber banner, I'll save all my gems up for the Yamato banner, and after Yamato really, like that's how I play, and that's like my own kind of play style. But now with like new legends coming out and us not knowing what those legends are going to be, that's going to get tweaked a bit. And like Stump said, like for me, at least my strategy, and you guys can take this on board for those that are listening, don't give a fuck about day one. Let Broski over there dump his multis on getting the new legend, play with them, make a showcase video. Let Stump do the same. Let all the content creators or whoever's making videos or whatever, or people in the subreddit Discord, if you got friends there or whatever it is, let them do that. Get the legend, make the content, and then once you have an idea of like, I think this legend is good, I think this legend is bad, then you can make your own personal judgment on whether you want to spend your gems or you want to save. For the most part, if you want to play the safe tactic, pull on New Year's, wait for the JP Annie, or what will be now the global the OPTC anniversary in May, then wait for the 0.5 anniversary in October, and then wait for New Year's again. If you really want to be efficient and you want to save your gems and only pull on the big banners like Stump said, that's the routine you're going to play out for the rest of your career in Treasure Cruise. But if you don't think that that's going to be fun, then just don't give a damn about what comes out on day one. Look at the legend, look at the content, have fun, make your own teams. At the end of the day, OPTC is a puzzle game, and the whole point of it is for you to come to a solution to a problem. And there's a plethora of characters, over 3,000 characters you can select from to beat the content at hand. So I don't see where the issue kind of lies there. Yes, the point farming events suck dick, but at the end of the day, as long as you complete the character, that's the only thing that matters.
Yep.
You miss out on some rewards, who gives a shit? You move on. There's plenty more rewards to earn in the game just by playing all the other kinds of content. So I don't think that there is any negative reason to us being at the same pace as JP, at least at this current point in time. Maybe in the future, this will be a poorly aged moment. But like right now, it doesn't seem like there's an issue with, or like there should be that much concern surrounding us catching up with JP.
Yep, and something that I agree with Stump said earlier, because we always talk about it. Whenever something hype comes out on Global, JP just announces the new shit.
Binks it
nobody
out
cares
of
about
it.
the Global shit.
Bro, Yamato released on Global,
it
or
always
Superclass is
happens.
out.
Superclass, that's an exact prime example. Like Superclass, and now like everyone's like, sure, like everyone's like talking about Yamato and on Global.
Yeah, but
and that, which is great,
Superclass is
like,
out.
Everyone's,
Fuck that.
everyone's looking at Superclasses. It's a whole
There's a
fancy
new mechanic in the game. Like, like Yamato release 11.2 gets announced. Like, huh? Every single time something cool happens on Global, JP gets it even better.
And every time, like, I don't know if this happens with Stump as well. It probably does happen. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sure Flame can probably attest to it as well. But like every time something crazy happens on Japan, like the top comments always like, "Oh, when's this coming to Global? When's it coming to Global?" Well, look, now it's going to be coming to Global at the same time, right?
You piece of trash.
Yep.
that and the free-to-play replacement question.
Oh my god.
Dude, someone asked me a free-to-play replacement for the X-Drake for the point farming event for Yamato. Just like,
tell him,
shit.
Tell him just tell him to eat shit at that point. Just let
Nah.
That's what I'd do. I'm like, suck my
Just imagine
balls,
reading,
mate.
you know?
No, you do the night tactic. You link them to the database and say, here, find a unit. That shit was the play, bro. That shit was the play. Can I get a replacement? Yeah, bro. There's a whole database that has every unit in the game that you can filter through. You dingbats. God damn. But I don't know. I think that's about it for the sync stuff. I'm excited. Obviously, our last episode of the year won't be around. Like, we will miss out on a lot of the 19th PST stuff and the New Year stuff. So obviously, the first ep of next year will cover all that kind of information. But I mean, that's a bit further in the future there. But look forward to. And if any more news, we'll be covering it for sure. Mm-hmm. Anything else, gentlemen, before we move on to other news?
Nope.
Pretty good.
All right. In everyone's favorite segment, it's in other news. We have the JP Metal Exchange has been announced. Well, I mean, it got announced a while back, but it got announced after we made the video. So let me scroll back to that real quick. I think, here we go. V2 Kaido, Halloween Shanks, aka Fuck Stump, Joba and Hawkins, 400 medals. 250 medals is Stampede Luffy, V2 Big Mom, V2 Zoro, and Sanji Judge. And then 150 is Neko, Inu, V1 Fuji, and Sengoku. Pretty bad medal exchange if I'm being real. Joba's good. Stampede Luffy isn't too bad for 250, I suppose.
Pretty lame.
Yeah, you say V2 Kaido too.
Yeah, V2 Kaido for 400 is not bad.
Yeah, actually, he's probably the best one there, honestly.
I am
400 coins? No way.
Nah, Super Tai Kaido's beast, bro.
For PvP alone.
I can't get around it, bro.
For PvP alone,
well,
he's worth
Oh,
it, I feel like.
yeah, okay, fair. Actually, fair. Yeah, I'll take that.
He's a very good PvP unit
400
for the
coins
quick
PvP,
team.
yeah, fair.
Yeah. And for me, I'm still missing Halloween Shanks, so this medal exchange can't come any sooner to Global. So I'm looking forward to finally getting in the worst legend in the game. As we mentioned beforehand, ink bottles are being added to the 8 and 10 mil rewards for the upcoming JPTM. Now, we don't know if this is because the JPTM is like a quote-unquote celebration thing for 0.5 Annie, but wait, hold on. It's
Actually, something we didn't talk about with treasure map. I'm actually curious to see is when will Global get that treasure map update? Was that announced?
Could be this one. It could be tomorrow. It wasn't announced yet, but it could be tomorrow.
Wait, the one that
they came out with Oni Luffy.
Came out with Oni Luffy, but they're skipping that treasure map.
I assume because we're getting Kaido that it's gonna be next.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
The next one.
Yeah, that's my guess.
It could be this one as well, though. So keep.
It could be. Yeah, it could very well be. But I didn't mention it in the thing, so probably not.
Yeah.
Which one was that? The 3 stage update?
Yeah, the 3 stage update.
The next one.
It'll be
Okay.
next one.
Yeah.
Actually, it will be the next one
Gotcha.
because surely that it'd have to be like a maintenance thing, maybe.
You think there'd be like a small maintenance for it to
I don't
completely change the
know.
game.
We'll wait and see, but hopefully it is this one. That'd be sick if it was. So keep that in mind. But yes, ink bottles added. On Global, there was a bug with Legend Kid, I think it is, and that's been sorted. I don't know what the bug was for, but free gems in the mail for for bug issues, so that's always pog. And as you mentioned, the Toki banner will be on the 17th of November PST for Global. So literally right after Treasure Map, we jump into Kizna. So keep that in mind. But with that being said, from everyone's favorite segment into their favorite segment, it's the Q&A.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sure.
As per usual, you can send us in questions via our YouTube community tab or at GGP Podcast on Twitter. First question coming in from Chase765. They ask, "Hey guys, hope you're doing good. I'm just wondering, is now a good time to start OPTC? Wait a month and then re-roll in the New Year's banner. Or if you're playing Global, start now. Re-roll start on the Yamato banner. Either or is pretty good." Next question from 3Day2Y, aka Ty. Shout out him. He says, "Hey, you're loving the podcast. Question for Flame. I watched your video on Paper Mario Origami King and you had me dying. I was wondering though who your favorite companion was throughout Paper Mario games.
Oh shit, that's a good question. My favorite member in the entirety of the series is probably the Yoshi partner in Thousand Year Door, but I'll give you my favorite one from all the games that I've played at least. The first one is Lady Bow, the second one is the Yoshi, and the third one I really like Peach.
There you go. From Twitch Maniac, he asks, did some of you watch Arcane? Did some watch it without playing League? And what are your thoughts on it? Did you want to play the game or Runeterra/TFT? Did anyone watch the Arcane League of Legends anime when it released?
I didn't know.
No, I haven't seen it, but I heard of it. It looks pretty cool though.
Does anyone play League or TFT or Runeterra?
Yeah, I used to play League.
Life.
Bruh.
This man's a demon. I mean, I did see a lot of things. I saw it like it was really well animated. Like it looked really like well animated. So could be interesting for those that are heavily involved in the League metaverse. Next question from Arth9. They ask, do you guys think that a free spirit superclass Luffy could potentially be the Unga Bunga damage New Year's legend, and that JP will now release legends for other classes consecutively now and drop him as the final one? Thanks for your great work, guys.
That could definitely happen.
I think that that's kind of been our prediction since the start of superclass for the GGP cast. It's been a free spirit Psy Luffy for New Year's.
Psy?
Yeah. Because free
I'm on
spirits...
the same. I'm on the same train. Free Spirit Luffy, super close.
I think Psy as well because he mixes with 6+ Yamato. That's also my shout.
Okay. I was gonna. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
I don't know if they'll release classes consecutively until him, purely because New Year's is right around the corner, and then in theory they could release maybe like 2 more legends before he comes out.
They have shown though that they don't need a Luffy character to sell New Year's.
That's also very true. That's a good point. So. Who knows?
The way I see it though is like for New Year's, I feel like they've got to work with Roger and they've got to work with Yamato. Unless it's like a direct replacement to Roger. So I can see like Luffy being
that's a shout actually.
Free Spirit, super type, so you can run like different hybrid options.
Yep.
And then make him just a busted orb booster.
Yep.
That's what freaks me out. But like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see an Unga Bunga damage. I don't want another repeat.
I want another Sanji. When are we getting another Sanji legend?
I mean, I would like a Super Sugo Whitebeard.
When are we getting another Zoro legend?
We get around that.
When are we getting another Luffy legend? He has
young Whitebeard with like put him as a free spirit, something like that.
I feel like this is a perfect time to release Super Fighter class Jinbei because we need a new Jinbei.
Yo, I'm in. Let's go, young Jimbo.
That'd be really good.
We can get Sanji, right?
Yeah, no, Sanji. What am I saying? Sanji Fighter.
Yeah, Sanji.
No.
Sanji Fighter, Zoro Slasher. Pog.
Yeah.
Pog.
Yeah, no, just don't make another Last Tap Luffy.
Imagine if they made a Hody Fighter or some shit like that.
Hody could be shooter.
What?
Make some crazy shit. Like a fucking Hody Fighter.
Yeah, because he needs to shoot himself.
In the fucking man's taking 20 roids, bro. His pee-pee kind of shrinking. Anyway, next question from BBJ077. They ask, since we have special bind paralysis in PvP, what do you guys think of a despair mechanic like nullifies passive of 5 to 10 seconds? Love the pod, keep it up. That's a good idea. That actually could be a really cracked idea.
Well, I'm confused. Wait, what do you say?
So, since we already have like special bind and paralysis in PvP, what do you guys think of a despair mechanic? So like for example, it could nullify your passive ability for 5 to 10 seconds.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that. That's pretty cool.
Because we don't have a despair mechanic, so I think that would actually make the most sense for how it would function, to be honest, as well. 10 seconds is kind of fucked though. Like that's too long.
Say, like that sounds like ridiculously broken if you make it any more than like 3 to 5 seconds.
I'd say max 5 seconds, but
especially if you say you could use it like if you could hit every unit with that, like Yamato can do with like her half stats, like that would you just completely nullify the team for 3 seconds, and then your normal attacks start doing like ridiculous numbers.
A lot of damage. I think it's it's a good idea to introduce despair in that kind of fashion though. So I think
like 1 unit, 3 seconds. I'll get around that.
Just bink them. That's it. Platinum Wolf 99. They ask, hey, well, luckily I was able to pull 2 Yamatos. For those, all right, flex Platinum Wolf. Jeez, man. For those who were only able to pull just 1 copy, who was more valuable, 6 or 6+?
Well, luckily the skulls are only 100.
Yeah, look, there's 100 skulls in the ratio for you there, bud. But in this situation, you can't afford them, or for example, the skulls didn't exist. Who do you guys think should be the main crux there? 6 or 6 star? 6 or 6+, sorry.
If you have Roger, I think the 6 star is more valuable. Like you said, like the 100 skulls, like it's not hard to chop and change between. I think Driven and Int need Yamato more than Sai and Free Spirit need Yamato.
Yeah, that is true.
That's a good way of putting it, actually, when you really think about it. That's a much better way to actually...
In terms of who's better, though, like, that's up in the air. Like, that's honestly, like, I find them pretty equal in terms of, like, how good they both are.
Yeah.
But just in terms of, like, yeah, the value or the usability. I think
that kind of answers the question. It's like, just depending on what you have. If you don't have Roger, then I think 6+ Yamato.
Yeah.
If you do have Roger, then potentially leave Yamato as a 6 star and then just see what happens.
That Roger Yamato combination is just
disgusting. And again, like you said, you can just leech your friend Captain Yamato and you can get the same effect out of it regardless. The hybrid meta, we're in it. Next question, Doom1491. They ask, what do you guys think of the newly announced live action cast of One Piece? And as which character would each of you cast each other? What do you guys think about the live action cast?
I think it's perfect.
Yeah, I agree. I think they all look really good.
The only one that I'm kind of worried about is the Luffy. But I'm really happy with pretty much all the other castings.
He looks like a Luffy, though, when you really think about it. Like, he seems like he has like a really goofy persona. It kind of like fits the bill. Bro, I'm a fucking jabroni, is what I am. Why wasn't I cast as Luffy then, you piece of shit?
Right?
That's what I'm saying. Hit me up. Go Flame. There you go. And now a Flame essay video on why the live action cast was not good.
Yes.
I fucking knew it.
I like it for now, but I think like once I actually see like the trailer.
Yeah, that's also a good point. That's a good point.
I've been hurt too many times with live action, so I'm just
like I can't imagine how they're gonna do like the Luffy stretch animation.
Bro, that's gonna look
so bad.
It's gonna look so shit, bro. They're gonna have some like.
Dude, you already know Arlong's gonna look so good.
Oh yes, the Arlong is gonna look so good, man. So dude's gonna have like this crocodile. Oh yes, bro. When Luffy goes to break,
they're gonna make him jump out the? You think they're gonna make him jump out the barrel?
Probably.
Surely they have, bro. Fat Alvita's gonna be looking to fucking crazy.
Yeah, little Kobe.
Little Kobe. Yeah.
You're just gonna have some dude pull up with a fucking lion for Mochi.
Oh god.
The guy. What is the guy?
The Hachi dude. That's gonna be nasty.
No.
What's the guy on the unicycle? Kabaji or whatever his name is. Yeah, the guy on the unicycle's gonna pull up.
Yeah, you can have a little midget for Gaimon.
In a box.
He's in a fucking box like a bush on his head.
I mean, yeah, I think I agree. I think the casting for now, they all look really like similar to their characters, like post. Oh,
dude,
sorry,
Nami's one looks perfect, honestly.
What's her name?
She's pretty spot on, eh?
Emily Rudd, I think her name is.
Oh no.
Whatever it is, like yeah, she was cracking. But
and have you seen the scene with Zora's actor doing the Rurouni Kenshin?
That's fucked.
Is from the Rurouni Kenshin movie. Like he's doing all the sword play and stuff. Like he knows what he's doing. This man's gonna be a beast as Zora.
Yeah, but I can't wait for Luffy to throw his arm and it's gonna stretch 95 meters, bro. It's gonna look goofy as hell. No, but I think I do agree with Flame. Like the cast looks good now, but we'll have to wait
in action.
Yeah, we'll have to see how goofy it looks when we get in action. But
yeah, that's a good point.
And as which characters would each of you be?
Oh jeez.
I think I'm Jinbei. I think I fit or Kuma. No, Todd's Kuma.
No, I'll be Bluno.
You're Bluno. All right, fine.
No.
I think I'm a Jimbo. I'm a Jimbo. Flame.
Jimbo?
What's Flame?
You could pick for me.
Or I'm Blackbeard. I could be Blackbeard too. I could fit that bill.
Shout out Wolfie.
Yeah, Wolfie's Blackbeard head ass. Stump is
Not Shanks at all.
yeah,
I'm telling you
absolutely,
that right now.
absolutely not.
I don't have.
I mean, I can make you Shanks. I'll cut your arm off.
Yeah, it's not.
My God.
This man has a vendetta.
Wait, so that means Nitemare is the sea monster?
Sea monster, I was gonna say.
See what's going. Let's go. Let's go.
Guy.
All right,
Yeah,
Knights.
gum pistols, boy.
Oh shit, dude. Knight's the sea monster. Stump is Shanks with one arm. I'm Jimbei. Todd's Blackbeard and Flame is Ace. There you go. That's your cast.
Let's
right there.
go.
Damn, I'm getting blasted.
Yeah, fucking
Yeah.
blown back. Man, it's a donut. At least you're bro. At least you're a donut at the end of the day. So
Got him.
there we go. Next question from Vince M. Zamora. They ask, yo guys, appreciate the stuff you post. Do you guys prefer a new batch of carries to have a low combo number or a high combo number? I prefer them to have a low combo number because it's easier to speedrun through content while hitting goods. Yes, 4 combo the wave. That's all you
Yep.
need.
Totally agree.
Nah, I don't give a fuck.
Nah, we're gonna have a combo captain though.
When?
Combo legend.
Hachi Legend.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Let's go. Buffalo and Baby 5.
Yep.
The Linland
Come
special.
on.
After 30 hits in the combo, you get a blank multiplier.
Oh
10
Jesus.
times multiplier, Captain.
Make the whole
10.
batch 10 combo hits like Caribou, that rare recruit.
Jesus Christ.
10 combo
Let's
hits.
go.
Alright, next question. From Dylan N. They ask, hey GGP, appreciate all your work. I have 2 questions. What location in One Piece would you guys like to visit? And what would the class be of you guys as in-game characters?
Oh my god.
Amazon Lily. Easy.
Yeah, let's go!
Easy.
Free!
That man didn't flinch.
Free.
Nightmare did not flinch. when
Bro,
he
man
said
had that locked and loaded in the chamber.
Not wrong though. Like,
Yeah, of course.
I was gonna say that, and I gotta think of a new one.
Nah, fuck that, I'm saying that too.
Alright then, yeah.
Yeah,
what a
we're all-
stubborn-
you know what? All 5 of us put on Amazon Lily. Let's fucking go.
Amazon Lily. No,
I would like
good,
to also go to fucking Fishman Island.
Bro.
I'd be.
Bro, you're getting persecuted.
Nah, bro.
Next time it's fucking human plow.
Wait, you saying you're not going to Amazon Lily?
So
No, I
Flame,
said if I had to pick another one.
Flame gone by himself to Fisherman Island. The rest of us pull up to Amazon Lily. It's time.
Nah, bro. I'm going to Water 7.
Bro.
Water 7
Bruh.
will be lit.
Alright, fine. Fuck you. Me, Knight, and Stump going to Amazon Lily. Fuck you haters.
yeah, I'm still Amazon Lily.
Alright, what classes are we?
Whatever they need to be to get to Amazon Lily.
I think Stump's free spirit. Knight's a fighter or a shooter. Knight's a shooter.
Wait, I just thought about it. Bro, if I'm getting persecuted, your ass is getting persecuted too.
Wait, yeah, you're going to water
I mean,
Yo,
seven.
I'm
fucking
down
man on the
happy.
island.
Oh
You
shit!
getting ass
Just
blasted,
Happy,
bro.
boy.
They can blow me back. Fuck
That's some bullshit.
Small on my face.
I didn't even think about that.
Flame at the.
I'm tired happy, my boy.
You getting your ass blasted game again to the island, bro. You guys gonna be fucking stoned.
Flame had.
What are
like,
you
the
talking about? You're
Toadskii.
getting drowned by the Kraken, bro. What are you-
Nah, bro, you just gotta hit him and then he'll help you.
Alright.
Oh, man.
Knight's a shooter, Flame's a fighter, Stump's a free spirit, Todd's a striker, I'm a
Oh, bro,
cerebral.
I'm powerhouse.
Alright, fine. Todd's powerhouse. Done.
Yeah, powerhouse, bro.
Todd's powerhouse, Stump's free spirit, Knight's a shooter, Flame's a fighter, and I'm cerebral. There's your classes. Next question. Big Jeff. What's up, Big Jeff?
Jeff.
Boy.
Big boy. Hey, big boy.
Ninja.
Loving the episodes thus far. Who are your One Piece waifus right now? Any husbandos too? Shanks. There we go. Some can finally say Shanks. That's one of his
Yeah,
answers.
definitely Shanks. Shanks and Bar.
Alright. I'm Perona, PogChamp.
I was originally
For
Bola
me-
Hancock. But no,
For
you
me,
go find-
my One Piece waifu was always Viola.
Damn.
Good choice.
Respectable woman.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, bro,
bald
she'd
for
be
the
dancing with a
longest
rose
time.
in her mouth and shit.
Yeah, that shit lit. Sanji knew what was going on.
That was the first time Sanji almost got in.
Nah,
They always do him dirty.
Vile too quick for him. No, I was bored. Then I went to Reiju, and then probably now it's Yamato. Honestly, Yamato's the goat.
Wow, Todd. Way to be
Yep.
a sheep in the herd, dude.
Yep, that's me.
I'm not masked off, King.
I don't give a fuck. I'm pumping anyway.
Bruh.
Yay!
She can keep it on or off. I don't care. It doesn't change. And then Knight, are you baby 5 still?
No, Baby 5's second place for me. It's
Hey!
Robin.
As Robin, okay. Respectable.
I mean, she's
Respectable.
always been second place.
We
Damn.
need to go back to the tier list again.
We need to remake the
point.
tier list at some point.
Yeah.
There's so many more people to introduce now, so... Alright, next question from Wankerfella.
Wait, hang on. Sorry. What did Stump say? I must have missed it.
Stump's a Hancock kind of gal.
Yeah. Good choice.
Or is it Shanks?
Oh yeah, Shanks is number 1. Let's be real. Or time skip Nami's a real close second though, but like I could not stand Nami before time skip, so
Zam!
I'll take the cake.
Okay.
Alright. Wankerfella. Pause. They ask, what's up, boys? Your boy Riowan got it right. Wankerfella is ambidextrous. When I need the power, I'm a lefty. When I need the finesse and a soft touch to get
Oh
it
my
in,
god.
I'm a
dude.
righty.
I hate this guy. This guy needs to be stopped.
Of course, I'm talking about golf to get your heads out of the gutter. He got your asses.
The Shadow Realm, no.
Now, with Superclass being introduced, do you think Super Type Legends could get a 6+ where they become Superclass Legends instead? Then that way you could run a 6-star Super Type with a 6+ Superclass of the same character to get some heavy damage. If they did that with Roger, GG. I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, hey, look. We don't know how Halloween Mihawk
Cool
will
idea,
go
though.
yet.
Yeah, Halloween Mihawk could be the make or break here.
Yeah, he could do it.
Because he could turn into a...
Glass slasher.
Bro, that'd be fucked if he did that shit.
Or if he goes to Cerebral to be used with Croc too. Something like that would be pretty cool.
That's also a good idea.
And he becomes an ult booster instead of an attack booster.
Hold on.
That would be pretty lit.
What if they just turn around, they just don't even 6+ Mihawk? Just fuck it
Well,
up.
that's also possible. Yeah.
Wait, Let's go.
I don't know, I think that'd
To
be kind
answer
of...
Wanker's question,
yeah,
sorry.
Wankingtons. It's Mr. Wank over here.
Bruh.
the team doesn't know how to implement anything correctly, so I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yikes.
Damn, why would you say something so
I haven't
controversial, but so true?
Oh, it's controversial? Oh.
Yeah, controversial, but true, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a cool idea though.
It is a cool idea, but I don't
Yeah, it would
think
be cool.
I
Yeah.
don't think it'll
I
happen.
highly doubt it. I mean, you never know. Whatever, we might come back next and be like, holy shit, 6+ Mihawk is cracked. But I reckon we're going to come back next and be like, 6+ Mihawk is bad. That's what we're probably going to say.
Right, there's a good chance I'm gonna fuck
Alright.
him up.
Next
Turn the
question
threshold.
from Kruby. He asked, question for Stump, how do you feel about the fact that Hawkins has an almost 100% clear rate for content?
Shut the fuck up. Send that guy to the Shadow Realm. Get out
Alright,
of here.
Kruby's in the realm. See, like, if Kruby's in the realm with Wankerfella, I don't know, that's going to pull up.
Good as a sub though, but man.
Nah, I can't get around. Can't get around Hawkins. Can't do it. I was actually genuinely impressed with Kruby though. Big shout out to Kruby actually. He did beat a Shura Doji with double Hawkins, so like,
That's
that was
fucked.
that was pretty impressive.
But why?
Look, he's a madman, but he did look like expand his Hawkins too. So.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's gross. You can't. Kruby, I hope Kruby does stay in the realm with fucking Wankerfella.
This man's really dying on this hill.
Mate, he's still missing Roger, so like.
That guy sucks. Let's
Listen,
go.
Roger, better limit break expand Hawkins. Let's go.
Yeah, I know, right? Logic. Shout out to Kruby. He's a
Yeah, the
legend.
young Krubingtons.
Crazy.
All the other questions are dookie. So the second last question from Matt 0158984. He says, "Fuck Stump." Yeah, I agree with that one. Fuck
Let's
that
go.
guy. Stump sucks.
Damn.
Stump chilling with fucking Wankerfella, left hand, right hand, head ass, bro.
I don't have a left hand, bro.
Man's power, finesse, and soft top of variety. Left hand is sitting there doing God knows what. All right, and as tradition, the final question from Cody, aka
Canada.
He's from Canada. He's married, and he likes peanut butter on his burgers.
Weird.
Let's fucking go.
And he asks, "Hey guys, as always, thank you for the content. It's always a bright spot on my Sunday/Monday. As I'm sure you've already gone over all the questions about the content speed up and either praised or scolded Yoshi, I'll cut right to what you keep me around here for all those skill testing questions. Strictly One Piece related, who are your favorite characters? Alright, we already answered that. I know you answered it years ago with the waifu tier list, but I'm just wondering if any opinions have changed. We kind of answered that in the first part, so we'll skip to the next question. Do any of you have favorite TV shows that you would never tire of rewatching over and over again? Personally, for me, I find that The Office, US version, really holds up to rewatching. Similarly, Seinfeld, Friends, etc. all are still quite entertaining.
Can't stand rewatching shit. It feels like I'm wasting time.
Damn. I kind of agree. I don't know.
Like, why would I waste time watching the same show I've already watched when I can watch?
I guess because it's one of those, like, it's kind of like a comfort thing. Like, you always know, like, you can go back to a show that you enjoyed and just rewatch it because it's enjoyable. And I guess, like, those kinds of shows, like The Office and Friends and Seinfeld, are all very, like, you can pick up and put down. You can pick up and put down at any point. Mm-hmm. There's no, like, there's always, like, there is, like, an overarching story, but it's not, like...
Oh, yeah, I get what you mean.
The main crux, yeah.
I understand why people watch it, but, like, it's just, like... I can't.
Yeah, sitcom.
Yeah, it's just... I kind of agree. I mean, for me, like, if it was along those lines, I'd say Friends, or, like, my family, we always watch Everyone Loves Raymond. Like, that shit's very funny. We enjoy that, too, but otherwise, like... I don't know. I don't really watch much TV or anime or anything of the sort these days.
I don't watch too much either. I'm kind of with Todd on that. Like, I don't really sit down and rewatch something. I have done it in the past, but like, it's not like something that I'll just like do on the frequent. Yeah. Unless it's just like a random episode here or there, like you said, with like Office or Friends or Scrubs or something like that.
Yeah.
Wait, was it specifically like sitcom TV shows?
No, just anything.
That's just TV in general.
Yeah.
I every like 4 to 5 years I rewatch some of my favorite animes.
This guy's a fucking dweeb, man.
It gives me a different perspective on it.
Jesus Christ! I'm telling you, this guy's just like
I get around that because I used to do that with Brotherhood, like
yeah,
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Like every sort of 3 or 4 years, I'd find myself rewatching that series.
But I'll kind of just go on with the sitcom thing. One of my favorite ones that like. Even though I've seen like every episode, if I like just put it on one day, I can watch it. George Lopez. That shit's mad funny.
Yeah, it's a good shout.
I respect that.
Not anything for you.
Well, not really a TV show, but reading One Piece right now, so that's been fun.
Yeah, I started rewatching that again.
But
I'll catch up
for
for
TV
episode
shows,
1000. No.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hopefully I can get there in time.
For TV shows, just like stuff that I like watched when I was younger, like Total Drama Island. Like I can
Let's go.
Watch that shit. 16, Danny Phantom, any fucking Scooby Doo. Oh, actually, you missed a question. Fucking shitty ass Vince.
Vince did ask you to do the Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo. Oh, Raggy!
Shaggy!
Ruh-roh!
Shaggy!
Nah, I mean, I like those shows, but I don't think I could throw on an episode of Danny Phantom and like seriously watch it. I don't think I could do that.
That's fair.
I don't know. I rewatched the whole thing 2 years ago.
Damn! Alright.
Damn.
This man's in.
Yeah.
Alright, next question. What would you say is your most disliked stereotype from where you live? It's a bit of a...
That everything wants to kill you.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
Because there's literally more shit in the States that would kill you than Australia.
Guns. Guns. People and guns.
Not like bears.
You know what? I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of you guys giving us all those fucking American stereotypes. You piece of shit. You fucking Aussies. Fuck you guys.
Deal with it.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
I hope you get eaten by a kangaroo, you bitch.
Yes.
Wait, aren't kangaroos vegetarian?
Hey, bro, they might pull
Well,
up,
this
beat your
kangaroo's
ass.
gonna eat you.
Oh shit. Carnivorous kangaroo, bro.
Kangaroo, it's over, dude.
Bro, if that happens, I'm moving. I'm moving. Then I'm scared, bro. Kangaroos everywhere, bro. Flame, you got anything?
I mean, I know some, but I feel like there's a lot more like racist ones in New York, and I don't really want to talk about that.
Anything racist is dumb. That's just on God.
Yeah.
Alright, moving on. And because I need to throw a feud question at you guys,
here we go.
how do you feel about spicy food? Personally, I can't get enough. The hotter, the better. That's what I say to your wife. And then what's your favorite?
Jeez. The newlyweds, bro.
Bro, I'm pulling up. Bro, you better be up saying good morning to your girl, bro, because I'll be getting up real early these days. I had that as a draft tweet. I was gonna tweet that shit this morning. I was like, alright, maybe I'll hold on. And then, what's your favorite place to take out? What's your favorite takeout place / go-to order from that place?
Wait, from spicy food?
Yeah, no, just so, do you like spicy food? And the second question, your favorite takeout and your go-to order.
Okay.
So spicy food, yes or no? We're gonna run the gambit. Flame.
Yes.
Knight.
Yes.
Stump.
Yes.
Todd.
Absolutely.
Okay, I was going to say absolutely no, huh? Damn, we agreed on something. I'm a yes as well. Holy shit.
Nah, but do y'all actually like spicy food, or y'all be eating like that little bitch shit, like mild?
Like I actually order hot shit. Like when I have a chance to order, like because we talk about like orders of stuff.
Yeah.
Like when I go get like Chinese or like fried noodles, I always get like the spicy version of the noodles, which is like really hot. Literally makes me cry. It's the best.
Okay.
The only time Todd gets emotional.
And another thing that I like is I go to like there's a really good Thai place in my town.
Yeah.
And I get spicy calamari. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a Yamato place that do these salt and pepper spicy chicken wings.
Oh hell yeah!
They brown them in chili as well. Mate, you sacrifice the next day around the toilet for that shit.
Yeah.
Alright, then second part of the question there. What's your favorite takeout place and go-to order? How are you vibing?
I'm a big fan of like a king prawn Alaska or the there's a curry dish that me and my dad get at this Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
Which that literally makes you cry.
I'm a weird one, man. I hate curry.
Damn.
Wait, does the takeout dish also have to be a spicy dish?
No. Just whatever.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just your favorite.
Oh, right.
I don't know. I do love myself at HSP. Get the halal snack pack, bro. It's over.
That's the Australian thing, man.
Go get the garlic sauce, get the chili sauce.
See, I've evolved, bro. I get the kebab plate now. That shit comes,
okay.
Yeah, I'm a kebab plate man too.
Rice and salad and the meat as well. You get that balance. You get that. Ooh, that shit going kind of crazy.
Okay.
Knight's gonna say some crazy shit, I reckon.
For me, I go to McDonald's and I get the peanut butter burger special.
Hey yo, hey! No, you don't. No, you don't.
I don't really have a favorite takeout
right
place and dish right now, but what I typically get like every other week is there's a pizza spot like 2 blocks from my house. I get buffalo chicken pizza.
Ooh.
Even though pizza's not really takeout, but
yeah, I'd classify it as
takeout.
That shit sound kind of brazy though. Buffalo chicken pizza. Hold on.
You never had buffalo chicken pizza?
No, I haven't. That shit sound kind of hard.
That shit's good as fuck.
Yeah, that shit sound kind of good. Hold on.
This is good because I've been trying to contemplate what I want for lunch. So
there you go. Look up. Go find a pizza. Go find a pizza real quick, man. And Sweat.
All right. Well, I don't really have a favorite place either, but there's this like one place near where I live now called Fat Sandwich. It's the place where I showed you guys earlier.
That photo. Just for context for people alone, Knight sends a photo into our group chat. Where is this photo? They have a chicken donut, which is fried chicken patty with American cheese and glazed donut bun. And they also have a burger donut, which is a bacon cheeseburger with a glazed donut bun. That's $6 American for either one of those two, mind you, which is cracked.
That is nuts.
Cholesterol speed
I haven't had any of
Actually
those.
sounds like an
But
artery.
by next ep, you have to have tried one and have to report back to us. You have to.
All right, I'll make a
Go on,
video.
two
Make a
weeks.
video,
Two weeks,
yes,
guys.
let's
You
go.
got 2 weeks, bro.
You have 2 weeks.
2 weeks, all right.
Make a vid, bro. That
content,
should be so fire.
Content.
That's it. This is the start of the new Nitemare JP YouTube
New
channel.
Nightmare food review channel.
no.
Light reviews.
Knight goes and eats every kind of donut,
Avocado, what?
cookie, peanut butter burger in all of America. We have like a food show. We're on the Food Network. It's time. And what was your order at this fat sandwich place though?
So there they have like a whole bunch of like their sandwiches are fucking crazy because they just put a whole bunch of bullshit in the fucking bread.
Just for the steak of it.
No, pretty much. But what I usually get is like a gyro. It's called like the
Nice.
fat cubby. It's gyro meat, mozzarella sticks, like
Yo,
chicken tenders, and then like fries, like all in
What
this
the
one like
fuck?
big ass sandwich.
What?
That's
No, it goes
wild.
crazy. No, it actually goes crazy.
That's
Literally, why?
That's wild. Man said, how many cuisines can I put in one sandwich? Hold on.
Yeah.
Alright.
There's one. It's like
No, go. By
Sorry.
all means, please.
there's another one. It's like pizza. It's like pizza bites. Like jalapeno peppers, mac and cheese. What else is in
fuck
there?
is going on?
What the hell?
I love how the Australians are like,
It's
huh?
crazy.
Oh, and you guys do like
It's
shit
actually
fairy
crazy.
bread. Like, come on.
Yeah, you're clown fairy bread. You sat here telling me there's a
Hell,
sandwich
bro.
that has pizza bites, jalapeno poppers, and fucking mac and cheese balls. Like, come on, dog.
We're like a piece of bread, some butter, and some hundreds and thousands. And you're like, what
They're
the
like,
fuck
oh,
are
that's
you guys doing?
crazy.
It's got no mac and cheese. It's got no pizza. It's got no fried chicken and jalapeno poppers. You're like, what's going on?
That first sandwich you mentioned sounded cracking. This sandwich,
No,
I
it
don't know about
actually
this
is.
one, bro.
No, I
Nah,
haven't had
that's
that
some,
one.
that's
That
some
one's too
Chicago
crazy.
shit, bro.
Bro, this isn't even Chicago, bro.
Where you
Don't
at,
even my
Wisconsin,
city.
whatever the
This
fuck
is a
it is.
Wisconsin team,
Bruh.
man. Alright. The wife and I bought a house a few years back and immediately had to try out all the pizza joints around to see which we preferred. And I think we've been ordering the same half pepperoni, half Hawaiian pizza for years now.
Ew, Hawaiian.
No, see, Todd's
Yeah.
a weird guy, man. He doesn't like the
No,
pineapple on the pizza.
pineapple
man.
pizza is actual trash.
That's crazy. Didn't you
Yeah.
say in an ep? It wasn't like a question about like, would you rather have like
He
something?
rather eat shit.
Yeah, that was it. That's easy.
I don't know about that.
You,
Okay,
you
that-
said.
No, you said
You
that.
said
You
that,
said
man.
that.
All right,
It's
look,
recorded. 4K.
This is definitely an exaggeration. Obviously, I would not rather eat
No,
shit
no,
than pineapple
it's
pizza.
there.
Oh, no.
Someone clip it. Someone.
Bruh, it's over.
Uh,
And then again, I've never really tried shit pizza.
yo,
so-
relax, man. No. You're not. I'm not gonna. You were.
This man's a demon.
You were not saying I haven't tried shit, so I don't know how it tastes. I'm not letting you do that. That's
Oh my
crucifying yourself
Sorry,
at
one
that
back,
point. Come on, man.
Did you try it? Good logic.
Hey, man, don't knock it till you try it, eh? You know what I'm saying? Thanks
But,
as
I mean-
always so much, guys.
Yeah.
I'll be listening on Monday post a minor surgery, and your content will help pass the time during recovery. Your boy, Cody in Canada. Good luck on the surgery,
Good luck with the
sir.
surgery.
Everything will go well. I'm 100%
Jinx.
sure on that.
Yeah, hope it goes well, man.
Yes, so
That's a rock, homie.
everything's good there. Shout out that. That about wraps us up from the episode of Google Perfect, episode 56. A nice shorter one as usual. Still 2 hours long, but you know, part of the course here. But you know, in the coming eps, will get longer and longer as we go. Before we kick it over to Stump, I want to reiterate for those that made it this far in, if you haven't done so yet, make sure to fill out the nomination form for the OPTC Award Show 2021. Link will be in the description. Make sure you put in your nominees. Voting will be starting soon-ish. I don't know, maybe in 2 weeks' time. 1.5 weeks. I'll figure it out. But Stump, now's your chance. Take the floor. Anything you want to announce, any projects going on, this is your chance to say it and do so.
Oh, really? Just always a pleasure to see you boys or talk to you boys once again. Just wanted to say, make sure everyone vote for Halloween Shanks as the best legend in the last release.
No! He swung the votes now. He's now swung the votes. That's illegal.
No, I'm fine. Always a pleasure, boys.
Thank you.
I'm glad everyone's doing well. It's awesome to talk to you guys.
Yes, Stump's socials will be in the description down below. So just make sure you go follow, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. But on that note as well, our social will be down there too. But, as per usual, if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It helps us out a great deal. And hit the like button as well, as it pushes the video out there and more people get to see it. But if you want to find us on any other platforms, you can find our Linktree link down there, linktr.ee/GoodGreatPerfect. And there you can find a plethora of our social media platforms. The main ones being Twitter, at GGP Podcast. Again, you can find us on YouTube. We post a lot on our YouTube community tab. You can also find our audio-only versions at anchor.fm/GoodGreatPerfect. And you can also find us on the big 3 platforms, that being Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts as well. If you like us as individuals, make sure you go down below and you go follow and subscribe to all of our social medias. That being at Flamevious, at Nitemare JP, and at Toadskii as well, and myself at Captain Papi. With that being said, I have been Captain Papi, Flame, Knight, Stump, and Todd. Thank you all for listening to the episode. We'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sayonara.